Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth. Rise and shine. Coogan's go time on a Monday morning. It is safe to listen to the news. The All-Star break is over. We kid because we care. Baseball has reached its All-Star break. We'll reset that for you this week. Should be a good Murphy Power Hour coming off tomorrow night's All-Star game. Homeroom Derby tonight, all that good stuff. The sports world took a real international flair this weekend, didn't it? Between those two soccer finales and a Wimbledon championship yesterday morning, and it probably the mantle passed in tennis, and that'll do it for the tennis discussion, but it looks like Alcaraz will be the next to go win 15, 20 majors. It seems like tennis has operated like that for the last 40, 50 years. A guy steps in, he wins 20 and turns it over to the next guy. We just happen to have an era where there were three dudes passing that mantle around with Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic. Not saying Djokovic won't win another one, but boy, Alcaraz looks like he's got a bundle coming up in his future. The soccer seems to have grown to a point that we're at least aware. And I can just say this from a broad perspective of, sports interest. And I know there's a certain demo out there. There's certain of you out there over a certain age where the Euro, Cup final doesn't mean anything more yesterday than it may have 20 years ago. But I think overall it's certainly a lot more visible when it comes to, sports fandom here. So anyway, Spain and Argentina win there. The news was really kind of off the field here as there was a delay yesterday. Good grief. Gibby, good morning, friend. How are we?
Good morning. How was your vacation?
It was, we got some stories to share. We'll do that. We'll intersperse them as we go along this morning. Ended up a staycation. I left with the intention of going to a Braves a couple of games that weekend and just schedule conflicts with my boys, and it just didn't work out, which stinks.
That happens.
Because I would have been the way, before the plug had to ultimately get pulled, it would have been Saturday, Sunday games, and those would have been wins for Atlanta. And I will say this. When I left, they had lost game one, or as I left, they lost game one to the Phillies, right? They're in a world of hurt, man. They're maybe 10 back at that point. I think they were 9 back going into that series. They fall 10 games behind. They've got 2 looming with the Phillies. And then they've got a 7-game road trip to end the All-Star break, 4 in Arizona and 3 at San Diego, 2 teams in wild card contention themselves. And the season could have unraveled for Atlanta. It's not really a story this morning of some, spectacular sprint to the first half finish, but it really could have gone badly. They had those 2 at home against the Phillies and then those 7 on the road out west where it's always tough to win. They could have gone 2-7, 3-6 in those games, and you start worrying about wild card contention for Pete's sake. But so to win those last 2 at home against Philly, alas, the 2 I missed, and then to go on the road and win those 7, or in those 7, go 4-3, beat the Padres yesterday. So to go 4-3 there, it keeps, the motor revved at least a little bit as we take they say we're halfway home. Well, we're way more than halfway home. I mean, teams have played almost 100 games out of 162, but it's kind of the symbolic halfway point of the baseball season with the All-Star game coming up tomorrow night and the All-Star break going on this week. Man, it just seems like self-sabotage is it's one of today's athletes' biggest weaknesses. And I feel like at least once a week we see a prominent athlete just going through a process of self-sabotage. Never mind irresponsibility and all that. But this morning I wake up to news of Jordan Addison, a young Vikings receiver who really flashed here as a rookie, especially after Justin Jefferson was hurt. Arrested Friday near the LA airport, suspicion of DUI. According to a police report, a West LA officer found a white Rolls-Royce blocking a lane of I-105 westbound. The driver, identified as Addison, was asleep behind the wheel. Uh, listen, I know everybody loves a good nap. I'm saying today, when you reach nappy time, maybe not make it on like the 295-95 merger, right lane. Pull it over, take a snooze. I mean, it's not funny. Arrested, though, Friday night. The actual BAC unknown, maybe just put KO. The legal limit in California is .08. Gibby, you hear these stories of these, and we've had them here with just very rarely and randomly, but with Jaguars players through the years, and you know stories where guys will get to like a traffic light late night and take a quick snoozer at the traffic light. My guy is on the interstate.
Yeah, it's pretty awful to see. I mean, the analysis from Mike Gundy last week. I don't know if you saw that or not. When his guy got pulled over with having tequila in the car and all that, and Mike Gundy's like, it's a couple beers, man. I've probably done that 1,000 times.
Yeah, I
probably
look,
not the right response there.
Well, and I don't know the age difference between the Oklahoma State running back who is kind of still under the purvey of Oklahoma State, and I mean, I heard what Gundy said, and I know it's. People have different ideas on the best way to handle those things. I don't know. It would seem as a message to your team that at least a mild suspension would be involved, right? I mean, the answer that, we're going to punish him by running him 50 times in game one, that punishment? Anywho, by the way, two more reckless driving arrests for the Georgia football program. I mean, it's like Kirby, dude. And they're going to, listen, when you can't attack a team's performance on the field, off the field becomes way more visible, right? And it's just the fact that this obvious here now becomes, I think, the narrative around what's going on at Georgia with these look, Trevor Etienne was the Oklahoma State running back earlier this offseason. DUI, open container up in the Athens area. That's since been pleaded down. The DUI dropped, I think. I mean, it was like possession of alcohol by a minor, maybe. I don't know. I'm sure Kirby had him running steps, I guess. But two more reckless driving. I mean, now listen, gang. This is a program who, in basking in the afterglow of a national title celebration, saw a star player headed to the NFL, Jalen Carter, in a drag race on the street, the back roads of Georgia, with four more members of the football program. There were 3 or 4 deaths. I mean, that right there should have been like,
the wake-up call.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. This fascination of this, like this street racing seems like it's more prevalent and popular than ever. Man, I just don't get it. That's just dumb. And never mind your life. Spare innocent, normal people who are just driving along on the roadways until your maniacal self comes screaming around the corner. See Rashee Rice earlier this offseason in Dallas. So, never mind to point out specifics, and it's just overall, and Jordan Addison will be the latest. The self-sabotage is an issue, man, and it's real. It was a weird weekend in sports. Some odd things happened. We'll get to those as we move along. Just some oddities. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Just some weird stuff happening in the sports world overall. It was a story of dramatic success in the golf world. Unless you like watching that graphic display that is apparently Live Golf. I guess on that tour, some dude missed a 2-footer that would have won a golf tournament. Instead, it went to a playoff. I couldn't even tell you who won. I'm not kidding. But there were 2 PGA Tour events this week, right? There's the Scottish Open, where this dude, Bob McIntyre, remember, he's the one that won the Canadian Open and his dad had to caddy. Remember that? I mean, it was like his golf game was just like at its worst a few weeks before. He had been incredibly homesick was the story, right? His dad comes over, his pops caddies, he wins the Canadian Open, his first PGA Tour victory. He goes back home. It would have been perfectly rational to expect that's the end of much more Bob McIntyre. But it's been Robert McIntyre forever. Apparently now he's Bob. He's all grown up. But so Bobby McIntyre, who won the Canadian, is Scottish. And they're at the Scottish Open this weekend. And he has done absolutely nothing. He's like 1 over through 13 holes. He'd been in contention all weekend, but he's like 4 shots back with 5 holes to go. And he just goes on a tear. He finishes 3-3-3. One of those threes was an eagle. Another was a birdie. But it was the putt, man, on the last hole. The guy's got like a tickly little 22-footer. He rolls it in. Okay, now the other PGA Tour event, for those that can't get into the Scottish Open, the ISCO champ, wherever the hell it was. I don't even know where it was. The heck it was. I don't know. So there's this dude, Harry Hall. Have you seen this cat? This guy, if you had to draw up what a British golfer would look like, it'd be this dude. He wears that, I don't even know what that style of hat is called. Gibby, you know what I'm talking about?
I'll have to look him up
that little
real quick.
short-brimmed hat. You know, Bryson DeChambeau used to wear it. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what that.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like an Andy Capp hat, that deal. Y'all know, you might know who Andy Capp is anymore. Anyway. Tall, British, bald-headed, with his hat on. First of all, in 18, he had no business even making it into this, what ultimately I think was a 5-way playoff. But anyway, so he makes it into the playoff. He gets up and down with a heck of a putt. A 22-footer, same exact distance as McIntyre. He had to make it into the playoff, and a real similar putt. He rolled it in, all nerves of steel-like. And he goes on to a playoff, and he ultimately ended up winning the playoff because he chipped it in off the green after it had dwindled down to like a 3-person playoff with on their third hole. So just some clutch, especially putting, man, on the last holes for those two dudes. And over on the LPGA Tour, I saw that the young lady who won there, she birdied like it's like 3 birdies and an eagle to win that thing. So quite the charges on the golf courses, which sets the table for it's a major week in golf. The British Open comes up later this week. Tiger made news playing apparently an 18-hole practice round at Troon. The British Open has produced some elder statesman wild cards through the years. We all remember Tom Watson. I believe he was 59 when he almost won the British Open. Gosh, got a terrible bounce on the final hole. Ultimately lost to Stuart Sink. There was also here, and he didn't win, but Greg Norman at like 57 or 55 had a British Open where he contended until the very end. Ernie Els, not, probably in his 40s when he won a British. So the British just produced some elder statesman winners through the years. Tiger's game, what we've seen of it, man, doesn't look like it's anywhere near capable of winning the British Open. That's for sure. But golf's final major tees off this weekend, and then you're headlong into the FedEx Cup playoffs. And we got brunch with the tour tomorrow. It looked like it was a pretty even weekend in the brunch with the tour standings.
Yeah, we're totaling this up, and I was pretty disappointed because I had Ludwig.
And he had it all weekend.
He did.
That was the first real staggering we've seen from this guy who looks like he could be one of the really good up and coming young golfers. But he was
let it get away from him.
Yeah, he did, and so I think what that allowed it to do is I know I had Rory and then I think Morikawa somebody had, and they all ended up at that same number. So it looked like.
I believe Stewie had Morikawa, so
yeah, so
he's making a good run.
And you're picking for ET. Do we have a bolo on ET?
Yeah,
I talked to him before. I talked to him before I went on vacay. I have not since we got back.
I think surgery's today.
Oh, it is.
I think.
All right.
I think he said Monday.
Okay.
Last week.
I did get a text about that. Surgery's been postponed a couple of times, and it may have been again this week, too. I don't know. We shall see. Keep you updated on that. Glad to be back at full strength. The Jags at full strength will open training camp this week. You ready? Let's get into a little pre-camp conversation. I'll also tell you how our big sticks did at that celebrity golf tournament where Doug Peterson and Trevor Lawrence were both in the field. Respectable. I'd say respectable. Who won, though, the individual battle? Now, Trevor basically laid down the sword before the event started. He said, Coach is a much better golfer than me. Was he? And if LeBron James could pick an event in the Olympics, other than basketball, that he would like to participate in, what would it be? Well, thanks to that question for LeBron James, I will give you that answer as well. just part of the minutia, the fun, the frivolity that we're offering up here on a Monday. It's great to be back, man. I'm so fortunate that I have a job that you just, feels like vacation continues. But we'll re-rack for you. It is the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com. We've got Fred Taylor today, so we'll get his thoughts on this time of year and what it means and getting ready for what you hope can be a special season. And I know y'all heard Trevor speak last week from Tahoe to that, so we'll reset that a little bit, talk a little bit of Jags pre-camp when we come back. That and more here on The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
There's a new one-stop shop for all things Jags. Subscribe to the 1010XL Jaguars YouTube channel. One-on-one interviews with players, practice footage, podcasts, and more. If you're looking for the best Big Cat coverage around, look no further. 1010XL Jaguars on YouTube.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Frank Frangie here. They're committed to providing the best selection of Buicks and GMCs for you to choose from with a best price guarantee. Now, some dealers charge more than sticker, but not Nimnick Buick GMC. They never charge above MSRP. The Nimnick family of dealerships have been serving Northeast Florida for over 81 years, and they're committed to giving back. Search Nimnick Cares on YouTube to learn about how Nimnick gives back to this great community. There's a reason I've been buying cars from Nimnick for years, because they've been doing business the right way. So stop by Nimnick Buick GMC on Phillips Highway, just south of I-295, or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com. No one cares more about their customers before and after the sale, and nobody knows that better than me. That's why I always buy from Nimnick. That's Nimnick, your friends in the car business, since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have been helping first-time home buyers with their mortgage financing all over Florida for 34 years. First-time home buyers can get no or low down payments, anywhere from 0 to 3.5% down. As a first-time home buyer with Trustline Mortgage, you get added benefits for doing your loan with us, like lower rates on your mortgage insurance and lower closing costs. Oh, and did I forget to mention that Trustline gives first-time home buyers better mortgage interest rates? Here's the bottom line. Trustline Mortgage wants to help first-time home buyers accomplish your goal of home ownership. That's why Trustline Mortgage is offering the best first-time home buyer benefits around, period. Trustline Mortgage delivers with no and low down payments, lower closing costs, and better interest rates. Call Trustline Mortgage today at 381-LOAN. Yes, 381-LOAN to find out how we can help you buy your dream home. Or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing opportunity. MLS number 331480.
Hicken here for Bout 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bout 9. Visit Bout 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bout 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and summer's in full swing, and air conditioners are fully stressed. But do what I did and call the good folks at Fenwick Home Services to stay cool and comfortable all season long. Need a new AC system? Fenwick has free same-day estimates and next-day installations. And your new system is backed by a warranty of up to 12 years. That's right, 12 years. Fenwick also offers same-day, 24/7 service, day or night, and their expert technicians will get the job done and get it done right the first time. Book online now at FenwickHomeservices.com.
Number 1 in the 904, 24/7, 365, 1010XL.
Smooth sailing and a smooth taste of Vida de Luis, an all-natural tequila made with volcanic spring water and aerated to provide a smoother finish. Go to VidaDeLuis.com and set a course for smooth living today.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it worse. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots and the first treatment now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen & Sullivan.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All the receivers, you got Christian, you got Devin, you got Brian Thomas, you got Gabe, who we just picked up in the offseason as well. I mean, we got, and that's just to mention a few of them. We got a lot of young guys too that can really play. And so you look at that and just the amount of different type of pass catchers we have, whether they're big, fast, strong, good after the catch, good at creating separation, whatever it is, possession guys. I think we kind of have all of that.
That's Trevor Lawrence. We heard him speak last week before the Tahoe Celebrity Golf Classic got underway. By the way, I won't leave you in suspense. Doug Peterson tied for 38th at the event, and Trevor Lawrence, T44. So right next to each other.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Respectable showing.
Yeah, very, very, very respectable. I would agree. Now, the Jaguars will show up, at least the rookies, by the end of the week for training camp. You heard Trevor reference the receiver position. It's certainly the great unknown. The closer we get to camp and you really look at things as, like, I don't know, real. You talk about everything in the offseason, and it's all, the butterflies and candy canes and everyone. You try and look at things as best as you possibly can. This receiver unit is a huge question mark. It's a huge question mark. It is. And if you want to take best case scenario, listen, I can paint a very good picture. No lie. But there is a lot of unknown there. A lot of unknown. For every Justin Jefferson, there's a Jalen Reagor who goes about 20th in the first round. That happened. That's a real thing. And I hope Brian Thomas Jr. is the real deal. Hopefully he's the Justin Jefferson. But as a rookie for a team that's on the climb, it's got some important young players going to the final year of their contract. I have decisions to make on guys like, say, Tyson Campbell, ETN, others. It's coming. And this is a time you just signed your big-name players to a lot of cash. It's time now when you look at how the roster is set up, where players are on the growth. It's now, something else Trevor said last week that really caught my eye is he look, they're in Tahoe. I'm not saying he ran over to the casino, but he put money on himself. One of those comments that we heard last week was, Trevor's saying, I'm excited because I know I'm going to play a lot better football. I know my best football is in front of me. Look, easier said than done. We shall see. But back to the point with training camp now on the very near horizon, the receiving unit is a huge question mark, man. Let's don't even talk about Christian Kirk coming off of an injury. Which, look, sure, he's totally healthy now, but I just mean from that standpoint, you know how it is with a car, right? First it's the battery, and then it's the radiator, and then it's the fan belt, and right. And there's a whole heck, and we've detailed the numbers. We've gone through a whole football offseason. We've uncovered just about every stat under every rock, on every list that we can this offseason. Now is the reality. They're going to go out there for training camp. They're going to put on shorts and T-shirts and mesh jerseys. And they're going to have to overshoot what to at this point has been their ceiling. Gabe Davis has made some big plays. He's had some huge games. A consistent, week-to-week, productive receiver, Gabe Davis has not been. Doesn't mean he can't be. Doesn't mean he won't be. But he has not been. Gabe Davis was positioned. Was not the feeling on Gabe Davis? Am I wrong here, gang? A couple of years ago, he had that huge game against Kansas City, and it was going into, was it just last year or the year before, where he was positioned to be a real, almost 1 and 1A up there in Buffalo? He'd at least be T. Higgins to Jamar Chase, wouldn't he? Paired with Diggs. But he seems to be maxing out here like 40, 45 catches, right? And then we're going to need more at it than that. Brian Thomas Jr., I just checked. I checked notes. He has 0 NFL catches in his career, obviously. So that receiving unit, and by the way, I'm not real, ecstatic. I'm not going to be real excited to see who flashes in camp. Really not. When we get to early September, and there are 45, active for the first game day Sunday in Miami, those receivers will then, I guess, show us. Not to undermine the importance of training camp timing and all that, but, man, listen. Who were they last year? It's been Tim Jones. It's been Elijah Cooks. It's been the list is endless, gang. Might help you make a team. Is it helping you beat the Ravens? Nah, apparently not. So, Trevor's thoughts on his receiving core, let's hope, are more than just, positive messaging and good vibes. Let's hope he means what he says. He also said he feels like this is the best team that the Jaguars have had since he's been here. Now that, he may be right. He might be right. He might not be. But you certainly know what Trevor's speaking to there. It's not the best skill, it's not the best collection of skill players they've had in his career. You could argue after the throwaway year, but these 3 seasons, the playoff year, last year falling short, and now this year, you could argue that the skill position players are the worst of those 3 years. It's arguable. Now, the reality is probably similar. It better be at least similar, right? Now, I will also remind you this. Trevor Lawrence made Zay Jones hit his ceiling pretty quick, didn't he? Zay Jones came in year 1 there in 2022 with Trevor Lawrence, had a career year. Gabe Davis needs to do that, and Brian, only because of where the Jags are. He needs to be 70, 80 catch guy. I need 1,000 yards, man. I need explosive, big play stuff. And that's a terrifically exciting unknown as well, because if that is the case, then the Jags are going to be better than we think they are. I think. Because when Trevor says it's the best team they've had, he's talking about the center. He's talking about Armstead. He's talking about now teammates Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker coming off 27.5 sacks, right? Not 17 or whatever the number was, 12. So anyway, training camp at the end of the week with the rookies, and the vets will be on the field, and it'll be that snapping of the fingers there. It'll be go time here really, really shortly. We pause for the Major League Baseball All-Star break, but not before the draft last night. The one thing that's interesting to the draft is I watch it from a baseball fan and just kind of a sports fan's perspective, and I realize that we probably got low market penetration right here with folks that really paid a ton of attention to the Major League Draft. I didn't either. I didn't watch it, but I'm digested it this morning, and I did, at least pay attention long enough last night to see where Jack Caglianone was drafted.
With the 6th pick of the 2024 MLB Draft, the Kansas City Royals select Jack Caglianone, a two-way player from the University of Florida.
Don't underestimate that little designation that was given there. A two-way player, it implies, and I'm sure that this is already through conversation between the Royals and perhaps Caglianone even already, that they're going to see. Look, that could be they may give it a shot. They may go, DH for Caglianone and try him as a pitcher. Now his pitching stats have been great, but his analytics throws hard. In fact, when Caglianone, we talked about this as the Gators were making their run, but when Caglianone was in high school, he was really it was his pitching ceiling that had the scouts and everyone so impressed. So Caglianone goes 6. He goes to the Royals. Really good spot, man. The Royals, if you're not paying attention, and you're excused if you're not, but the Royals have got suddenly a young nucleus. They're playing pretty good baseball, right? Still over 500, aren't they, Gibby?
Yeah, they are. They've got Bobby Witt Jr. is one of the best young players in baseball, and so to have those two guys, Jack Caglianone and Bobby Witt Jr., hit in the lineup together for years to come is going to be interesting and fun to see. I mean, Cags has the opportunity to be a left-handed Aaron Judge. If the power, goes and translates to the major league level like it did in college, he's got a real chance to be somebody like that. And to your point about pitching, we'll see. I mean, at best, he throws 98 from the left side. At worst, he's a bullpen guy that we'll see where it goes. But like you said, the announcement of a two-way player is the indication that they're going to at least try it.
And probably smart to do it that way. But, man, if it were me, I'd just give that kid a bat and say, go smash the baseball for 10 years for me if you can.
Oh, yeah.
Big, strong. Just don't forget, Caglianone's like 6'5", 230, man.
Yeah, he's a big dude. One of the draft analysts last night compared him to Bryce Harper, and I could see that. I mean, he's just got the unlimitless power that just hits to all fields, and he's not Joey Gallo. He's not a guy that's going to hit 45 home runs and hit 205. Cags, as Gator fans know, can hit the ball. I mean, he's a high average guy. He hit 420 or something ridiculous this year, and that's in the SEC. That's really tough to do. And so, I'm to be honest with you, Jeff, I was surprised that he fell out of the top 5. There's a lot of good players in that draft, but I mean, I don't know how you don't pick Cags if you're the A's at number 3.
Well, and that's where I speak to. It was a good landing spot, right? If you're not going to be the number 1 pick, and the Guardians are good, that's awesome. I don't agree with the number 1 pick, by the way. We'll see.
First time ever a second baseman's gone number 1.
He hit with some pop, but he's just a kind of a smallish second baseman, man. You got some studs in this draft, it looks like. But anyway.
Charlie Condon went to the Rockies. Georgia. Holy cow. Yeah. His power hitting in Coors Field, that's going to be crazy. But if I'm the A's, why would you not take
what they end up taking? The pitcher?
No, they took a first baseman from Wake Forest, Nick Kurtz at number 4.
Yeah,
but
that's the one. And then the 5th pick was the high school
Smith.
Or the college pitcher from Arkansas.
Right.
What I was going to say, though, when I started, what I really noticed about the draft, this is it has really now become a lot more college dominant. Which in college baseball has become has had a lot better exposure of late. They've had some great World Series, and so I feel like name recognition for college baseball players is probably higher and greater than it's been in my whole life.
Right.
I think there more people know some of these names. And by the way, we're seeing these guys go straight from college to the pros and be impactful. See the starting pitcher at tomorrow night's All-Star game, Paul Skeens, who a year ago was in the College World Series. So, but that trend continued. I think 9 of the top 10 were college players.
Yeah, and if Cags, develops quickly like most expect he will, he'll be in the big leagues real fast.
Yeah, I would think so, especially with that DH, a part of it. Maybe by the end of the year. I mean, if you can hit, you can hit, dude. I wouldn't not try it. I will say that. From the text line this morning, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. I know you're on vacay, but Josh Allen plays for the Bills. Josh Hines Allen plays here. Fair enough. I did see that. I wasn't aware. That's going to be a tough one.
Name change while you were gone.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
It is.
Oh, what are we doing here? You just change it to Josh Hines. I'd have a lot better chance. But to put listen, it's Josh Hines Allen. You're correct. The Jaguars defensive end.
They asked Doug Peterson about it last week, and he was like, I don't care what he's called. If he goes out there and gets me 15, 17 sacks, I don't care what he's called.
Fair enough. All right, back to baseball for today's Shazam Spotlight, brought to you by ShazamAuto.com and the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. Take that short drive and save some cash with unbelievable customer service. Bought multiple vehicles through the Murray Group through the years and have just been ecstatic all the way around. So it's the Murray Ford Superstores. It's also a Murray Superstore down there in Stark that has other brands and pre-owned as well. And you can find out more at ShazamAuto.com. But we pause for the All-Star break. You want to know how much the game has changed in 25 years?
What's that? How?
In 1999, at the All-Star break, 2 teams were hitting below 260. 2 teams in the Major League Baseball in 1999 hit below 260 in the first half of the season. This year, 2024, with a complete philosophical shift in the game that is maintaining, right? It's go big or go home. Walk, strikeout, homer. Yesterday was a record-tying day or record-breaking day, at least in recent memory, when it comes to home runs hit in Major League Baseball. There were a ton yesterday. Multiple players with multiple home run games. Travis d'Arnaud of the Braves, a dude for the A's hit 3. The Cubs had 2 guys hit 2 home runs yesterday. So let's go big or go home. The other side of that is batting averages suffer, and there's also this growing opinion in baseball that batting average is and has forever been one of the most overrated stats in all of sports. I don't know if I agree with that per se, but to finish off the Shazam Spotlight, here you go. In 1999, 2 teams at the first half break were hitting below 260. This year, 2024, 2 teams are hitting above 260 as the first half ends.
Yeah, it's hitting for power, hitting for the launch angle is definitely trying to hit more home runs and not, you're sacrificing the average for sure. Did you see who the Braves took last night?
Who was it? No, I did not check that yet.
I thought whenever I even before the pick at 24 last night, I said, I'll bet you everything I've got that it's going to be a pitcher. And that's what it was. It was a high school pitcher, a left-hander. A name you might remember, Cam Caminiti. And you're saying,
oh, sure.
Is he related to Ken? Yes, he is.
Yeah, it's a nephew, isn't it?
Actually, cousin. Yeah, it's his cousin. So
wow.
A left-handed pitcher out of high school, Arizona, Cam Caminiti, left-hander, 24th overall last night for the Braves.
Well, Ken Caminiti, Braves fans will remember, it's been a spell with the Braves. It wasn't a super long one, but he did spend probably, 2 or 3 years with the Braves?
He did. Yeah, he sure did.
All right. Well, by the way, that's the MO for the Braves. They draft pitchers in almost every year. Now they're very rarely picking high, and so that's where you take that.
Yeah, you just take a dart. Yeah.
So there's that. By the way, Chris Sale out of the All-Star game, but Max Fried got added to the All-Star game. That wasn't the 1-for-1 swap. Another pitcher fell. I think it was maybe Ranger Suarez fell out.
It was Suarez,
yeah. So Fried will go to the All-Star game where he should be fine and able to pitch, whereas Sale pitched yesterday, won his Major League Baseball leading 13th game. If you're a Braves fan, you can't help but sit here and wistfully wish you had Spencer Strider in that rotation because the way Lopez has pitched and what Sale and Free. I will say this about what Anthopoulos did. I mean, you could not have imagined better results from Lopez and Sale.
Oh, no. And he took a chance on both guys.
Well, and they went and got Sale now. And remember, they ripped up his contract and signed him to an extension. He's 35 years old and he's been injured. And you're like, wait, now what? And look, so far.
And Lopez has been a bullpen guy a bunch and not really. He started out his career as a starter, but went back and forth. So yeah, it was a gamble that's paid off.
He's been terrific. Lopez lost Saturday, but it was 1-0. Braves still have these games, man, where they don't hit. But anywho, all right. The SEC Media Day schedule is set. I'll break that down for you when it comes to those of local interest. In fact, the Media Days start today. 1010XL's live coverage will begin tomorrow. But I'll give you some details on that when we come back on the other side. And, I said last break, the Olympics are coming. That's just what? That's this month, no?
It is, yeah, around training camp. So it's really close.
Yeah. So the Olympics will be starting here in the next couple of weeks. And and the teams are, if you're basketball, I think I saw that the men were like in Abu Dhabi or somewhere. They had asked Steve Kerr his opinion on, did anything happen this weekend? I've been on vacation, on the assassination attempt of Donald Trump. And, Kerr's dad died in an assassination camp at a U.S. embassy, Lebanon, maybe? Is that where that was? So he can certainly speak to the issue. That wasn't my point, but I saw that they had tracked him down in Abu Dhabi, which is, I guess, where LeBron James is as well. But LeBron James was asked if he could be an Olympic athlete in any other sport, in any other event, what would it be? What do you think his answer is, Gibby? Or what would be a good guess as to an answer for if LeBron asked if he could be, a gold medal winning athlete? I guess, that would be the expectation, I'm sure. But if you could, be the best, I assume was the way the question was phrased, at any Olympic event, what would it be?
That's a good question. He's getting up there in age, but I'm assuming that he's in pretty peak condition still. I don't know, track and field.
Yeah, that's good. Track, you're right neighborhood. The specific street is the 4x100 meter relay. And to get it even more specific, of course he wants to run the anchor leg. But yeah, LeBron said if he could do any other Olympic event, like if he was good enough or talented enough, or if that was his what he was best in the world at, it would be the anchor leg of the 4x100 meter relay. So when you're watching the Olympics, I know you're going to have wondered that as you were watching next week. So
next Friday,
kind of by the way, public service, huh?
Next Friday, the Olympics start.
Yeah, it's here, just like that. So football is here as well. We got a football fix when we come back. On the other side, some news and notes from the National Football League. Man, just a sad passing for a guy. And I went back and looked. I think, we lost an NFL player this weekend who may have been robbed of a Super Bowl MVP. I look back on that. Jerry Rice went kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I saw that at Tahoe.
At Tahoe. So I'll tell you what happened there in a football fix, and I'll also set the table with the schedule for SEC Media Days. All that and more. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 1010XL. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
And it's being brought to you by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tampa Bay Rays baseball, they beat the Yankees yesterday by a 5-4 score. Tonight, they open up a series against Cleveland. Tampa's going to have Taj Bradley on the mound, 3-4 with a 3.23 ERA. Righty Carlos Carrasco goes for Cleveland. He's 3-6 with a 5.22 ERA. The Rays are -138 favorites tonight. Guardians pay at +118. The over-under at 8 runs. As far as the Marlins go, they continue to struggle. They lose to the Astros yesterday, 6-3. Up next, a series in Cincinnati against the Reds. Yanni Chirinos against Carson Spires. The pitching matchup. Reds are -158 favorites tonight. Marlins pay at +134. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley. This has been your action update on 1010XL.
Attention homeowners, is it time to get your septic tank pumped out? Don't wait until it's too late. At Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic, our experienced technicians use the latest equipment to pump out your tank safely and efficiently, ensuring that your septic system is running smoothly. Neglecting your septic tank can lead to costly repairs and even health hazards. So call Duck Rooter and schedule your septic tank pumping. Call now, 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com. Duck Rooter is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So one of life's most important decisions, if you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. Hicken here from Matt Hinson in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet. But have you done your last will? It's not the most comfortable thing. It's not the most fun thing to do. Something you need to do besides getting your assets to the people that you want them to go to. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen to help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. You have questions? Maddie's got answers. 904-527-1700. 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. I can't speak for all of us, but for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with my guys at ITP Partners, Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Look, I'll admit it. I don't understand a ton about the economy, higher interest rates, 401ks, SEP IRAs. I do know this. As I move closer to retirement, my money grows because I found guys I trust. That's the ITP Partners, man. They got my money. They got Dan money. And they're making that money grow. That's Chris Bryan. That's Jeff Hartman. That's Reagan Wright. That's Dan Abel. That's Reed Wingate. And it's not just me. It's 3 generations of Hickens investing with our friends at ITP Partners. We'll also invest in the Jacksonville community. It ain't cookie-cutter stuff, by the way. They listen. They give us each individualized strategies. Our goals are their priority. I'm inviting you to get in the game. ITP Partners, they're there. They're friendly. They're going to help you out. Chris at ITPPartners.com. Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 312-9751. 312-9751. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Looking for a new vehicle? Take a look at Jenkins Hyundai of Jacksonville. Now's the time to save big this summer. Choose from more than 250 new and over 1,000 used and certified pre-owned vehicles on the lot or shop anytime at Jenkins Hyundai of Jacksonville.com. Hyundai has one of the top warranties in the business. Lifetime powertrain and a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty plus 3 years free maintenance on a new vehicle. Give us the opportunity to earn your business today. Atlantic Boulevard, Jacksonville, or visit JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com. Welcome to the family.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Dave and Ammon here with Zero Res. So Ammon, you have worked for Zero Res since you were 9 years old. What makes Zero Res the right choice for cleaning carpets and tile?
I can think of 3 simple reasons. We have the best process, the best people, and our promise to do the best cleaning possible every time.
So what deals is Zero Res offering for this month?
July is National Carpet Cleaning Month, so for home carpet cleaning, we're offering $49 per room, and for businesses, we're offering 20% off.
Sounds like a great time to get your carpets cleaned. Zero Res.
Spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean. Zero Res.
Hey, it's Joe C. My friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can elevate your grilling experience with a durable, high-end grill from great brands like Coyote, DCS, Alfresco, and American Made, and make an outdoor kitchen custom-built to your taste and lifestyle. Visit their local showroom and see all the new displays at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
Spend lunchtime with the ladies.
A meal and sparkling conversation.
Helmets and heels.
Mia O'Brien, Lauren Brooks, and Taylor Dahl.
Just behave, okay?
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans on 1010XL.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to cam locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
Yo, E to the T here, and we've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino? Canceled because real life came calling. MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action. All from the comfort of the crib, my boy. I love the live casino. Just go to MyBookie and click Live Casino at the top. You'll find the dealers ready to spin just like you're at the casino. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience with the actions in your hands, and you don't even need to wear pants, my guy. Start at MyBookie today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code 1010XL and a revamped loyalty program that'll ensure the host an exclusive VIP perk. So sign up and hit the casino with promo code 1010XL. The more you play, the more you win. Only with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now there's going to be a run back from 9 deep for Jacoby Jones. And look at him go. Jones is past the 50, and he is flying inside the 20, and a kickoff return, 109 yards and a touchdown, an all-time record.
That's the way we will kick off the football fix, or in this case, kickoff return it. That's Jacoby Jones. Apparently died in his sleep. I mean, if you got to go, but gosh, just 40 years old. And I would argue should have been the MVP of Super Bowl, whatever it was.
That was the Niners
42,
one.
Super Bowl 42. I got to do the Roman numeral translation in my head. Right, they beat the Niners. A great game. And
Joe
Flacco ultimately won the MVP, went 22 of 33, 287 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's a nice afternoon. But Jacoby Jones touched the ball twice in the game. Well, I don't. That's not true. He may have had more kick returns. He had a 108-yard kickoff return to start the second half. It remains the longest play in Super Bowl history. And he also had a 56-yard touchdown catch in that same game. So very easily, it could have been the MVP of that Super Bowl. He also had one of the most famous postseason plays, one of the biggest in Ravens history. He's the guy that got behind the Broncos defense on that. It was like a 70-yard play with 15 seconds to go. One of the biggest defensive collapses probably that you could have in a real visible situation. Obviously, I think that was the same Super Bowl postseason. So what a postseason that Jacoby Jones had that year. But sadly, we lose Jacoby Jones at the age of 40. All right, let's keep the NFL news flowing with a football fix. It's brought to you this morning by the Jacksonville Sharks. Man, the Sharks lost a tough one this weekend. They got a quarterback. They figured it out, and they're playing better football. They had it the whole way on Saturday night before ultimately falling. One more home game this weekend. Go to jacksharks.com. And the home course, the Julington Creek Golf Club. Best value in golf. Tee it high and let it fly at the home course. The Julington Creek Golf Club. So, I've told this story before. I've dealt with Jerry. I had to deal with Jerry Rice. Like personally, he was like one of the nicest guys for his stature. Went a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at the Tahoe this weekend, where a couple of guys. Now, Rice said he thought they were, trolling him. Well, there's 2 dudes from like Kansas City media. I don't know if they were from the Chiefs or just from like some offline thing, and they asked, Jerry Rice what they thought was just like a normal question: was the Chiefs receiving unit good enough to win a Super Bowl? And Rice interpreted it as some sort of insult against the Niners losing the Super Bowl, and he started like going to F them up. It's all kinds of weirdness, quite frankly. Mentioned earlier in the show, self-sabotage and irresponsibility, too often in the headlines. And Vikings receiver Jordan Addison arrested on DUI suspicion over the weekend. They found him asleep at the wheel on the interstate. No BAC announced. Maybe they'll give it a alphabetical designation. KO. He reached the KO BAC. Monty Kiffin died over the weekend. We had a lot of deaths, man. sad weekend when it came to that. I mean, across the world space. But anyway, it's Monty Kiffin. I think he was 84 years old and, very well-respected defensive coordinator in his career for sure. And he's the father of Lane Kiffin. Bill Belichick going to join Inside the NFL for the 2024 season. The Titans have come to an agreement with ex-Seahawks safety Jamal Adams. All right, that's Football Fixture. Welcome. Brought to you by the Jewel and Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly, and get your tee time today, and by the Jacksonville Sharks. All right, before we go to break, I told you the SEC Media Days start today. 1010XL's live coverage starts tomorrow. Lane Kiffin, speaking of Monty Kiffin, Lane Kiffin meets the media today. That'd be the highlight. Kirby Smart going to take a lot of questions about the continuing problem up there when it comes to reckless driving, and a couple more incidents have occurred there. So Kirby will be able to field those questions, I think, for a lot of his session today. Carson Beck of Jacksonville, also part of the Georgia contingent. Billy Napier will meet the media on Wednesday, and he'll be taking along Graham Mertz, Montrell Johnson, and was it Shamar James? Was that the last one?
Yes.
Gibby? I thought so. All right. Hicken Arrival, more come your way next. That's Football Fixture. Listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Joe C.
We all know this man, and he drinks beer.
Matt Hayes.
I once had my driver's license suspended.
And Leon Searcy.
But she's a tight.
XL Prime Time.
They do have a reputation as a wild bunch, don't they?
2 to 4 weekdays on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam.
Hey, Hicken here for Bowden Eye and Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of a few cornea and external disease specialists in the area, and of course the founder of Bowden Eye. Visit Bowden Eye and Associates today and experience the difference, keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bowden Eye and Associates.
Bueller Aaron Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, a paint color namer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Irving Stapler.
Hi, Howie.
So the next round is word association. I'll say a word and you give me the first word you think of. Engagement ring.
Jeweler.
Gas station.
Fueler?
Aaron Burr.
Dueler?
Air conditioning.
Wow. Jeez. It's a toughie.
Come on, Irv. The sponsor's going to kill me now.
Oh, Bueller.
That's right, Irv. If your AC is struggling through the summer heat, the first name you should think of for fast, friendly, 5-star service is Bueller Air and Plumbing. The name to know to make sure you are cool.
Have a beer, Irv.
Cooler.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting. The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is David Lane. After suffering through several painful injuries to my shoulder, back, and knees, I've taken my issues to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and without fail, they've been a tremendous help toward solving my problems. If you have any orthopedic situations, don't procrastinate. Take action today. Give those aches and pains to the pros at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. You'll be glad you did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hello, I'm Malcolm Anthony. I've been practicing criminal defense law for over 40 years. It's what I love to do, it's what I do well. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me, Malcolm Anthony, at 2854-LAW. 2854-LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
The humidity may be rising, but the prices are dropping at Beard's Diamonds.
It's Christmas in July. Everything store-wide is on sale up to an unbelievable 40% off.
Don't shop anywhere until you shop Beard's Diamonds.
At the St. John's Town Center.
This is Hayes Carline here to help you break free from the chains of pest infestation. The talk of this town is Kingfish Pest Control. By now, many of your neighbors have already joined the Kingfish Revolution, leaving their homes and lawns protected and pest-free. Now it's your turn. Call Kingfish Pest Control and say goodbye to termites, ants, mosquitoes, and other annoying pests. Trust me, you'll get exceptional service and understand why your neighbors and I use Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jaguars.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. With the weather now hot as can be, look ahead and get that backyard ready for fall with a new open air or screened-in enclosure. Maximize the space you have and make it great with Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. They truly are the best in the business. So if you have the space and the idea, give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by JEA. Last season, the Jaguars were expected to win the AFC South following last season's collapse. Head coach Doug Peterson says the team isn't short of motivation.
It's going to burn for a long time until we get to meaningful games again and start playing in September. That's the same fuel, the motivating factor for our players.
Florida Gator transfer offensive lineman Jason Zandamela may have missed the spring, but looks to be ready for fall camp.
So I made sure I came in shape. I just made sure I'm always in the playbook.
The Jacksonville Jaguars and Everbank Stadium partners will be hosting a job fair today at Everbank Stadium, presented by the Jaguar Guest Experience Department. Hiring event aims to fill thousands of part-time positions for all 2024 home games and other stadium events throughout the season. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
78 degrees at 7:04. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Baby, you a song that make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise.
You know it! Yes, sir!
Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you for that extra hour today.
Yeah, now you appreciate it. Appreciate the grind.
So well rested and feel
so that would be like
good.
an hour week times 45 weeks we work.
Yeah.
It's 5 hours a week times that's like 200 hours a year, Hick.
Oh, I'm feeling good. I feel good today. I did a little TV last night. I feel good today.
Thank God for coffee is what I say today.
Yeah, I'm happy.
That's the worst part about coming off vacation with this schedule.
H-A-P-P-Y, because I'm happy.
Oh.
I'm happy.
Happy that you and Farrell.
It's good to be here. Today should be a national holiday.
Why?
Haven't you talked to your boys?
Huh?
You haven't talked to your sons?
Today?
4
No.
o'clock today, I was told we can begin downloading College Football 25.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm not in that.
EA Sports, get in the game.
Mine are in the Tiger Woods, golf mode right now.
Them boys are. Now, the 19-year-old is geeked up over this thing.
Yeah, I bet.
He told me he has to work today, so he's ticked at 5. So he'll be playing when he gets back home tonight. But I guess to put it in perspective, you know who was on the cover the last time they had this college football game?
Can you tell me the year?
2014.
Was it like Jameis?
Shoelace.
Wow. Our guy.
Denard Robinson, the offensive weapon, is the last time that they've had this thing. So with that said, in the spirit of that, our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Gators, and the Jags. 20-plus Jacksonville communities in the best locations. Best thing we saw this weekend.
A weird weekend.
Weird weekend. McIntyre putt to win. That was pretty good.
Very good.
Spain wins the Euro. I'm not going to talk about them Copa boys down there. Those fans went.
Hey, that's it. We're not hosting these jokers anymore. Y'all just stay. Y'all, stay away. What are you doing?
I mean, hey, Miami, though, you got to run a better ship than that, don't you?
Well, yeah. Let's just say public security. Not a good weekend for public security.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Tigers stunned the Dodgers 2 times.
That was great. Love that.
Yeah,
the Dodgers are suddenly only like 13 over 500.
8 million injuries. 8
I don't. Just cry me a river on that one.
Or EA Sports College Football 25 debuts.
Yeah, I think that'll, and I don't know. I hate to keep typecasting your demo. I just, from what my assumption would be, is that would be lower than maybe overall.
Well, my demo is I'm young and I'm hit 52%.
Really? For the college football?
346. I'm telling you, man.
I'm glad I missed that video game generation. That would not have been good for me. I would have gotten obsessed into building franchises, and I'm glad I didn't have that technology. I'm glad it stopped at like Tecmo Bowl.
Tebow and Vic played this weekend against each other, and
like it's like for EA Sports or whatever.
Well, the celebs got a hold of it.
Sure.
You know,
they should.
It's leaked out.
Okay.
And so
do they play themselves?
Playing each other. Tebow plays Florida, and Vic played Va Tech.
They should have made Vic beat Tebow and Tebow beat Vic. That would have been cool.
And then Tebow won, and then Vic took Alabama, and Alabama beat Florida. But I will say this: my son said I can't watch it. They're both so bad at it.
Is that really?
Again, yeah. I have no idea.
No, I don't know. I listen. I learned. I tried Madden Hick when my boys were like 9.
Yeah.
And I knew that when my boys at 9 were just like running laps around me, that I don't want to start this endeavor.
Fun. No.
I don't want to get good. I'll play golf.
Yeah. For a limited time on select move-in ready homes, Dreamfinders Homes offering an amazing 3.99% interest rate in year 1 of your mortgage. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details. Or just call me, Dreamfinders Danny Hicken. I'll be glad to tell you all about it. Yeah. So anyway.
CG.
I was, and I'll make this dime bet, and this is a risky dime bet, but I'm stunned that Caglianone didn't go till 6th. I really am. I think he'll be the best of all top 10. I'll take Caglianone right now against the other 9. I will. As who's the best major leaguer? I don't know. They say he's got a bad chase rate, and I don't understand that because he hit more home runs than he struck out. Has that ever happened in Major League history? For like
didn't DiMaggio have a year?
That would be my guess.
Yeah, we only struck out like 16.
Yeah.
Something stupid. I always embellish it to even greater than it was. But DiMaggio had a year where he struck out some stupid number.
Yeah, because you can, I don't know.
They are, and the one stat that I hear them kind of use, which I think has just maybe just a tad of impact on maybe the stats versus the prospect, is that he in college he earned them. They had value, but he had 32, I think, intentional walks.
Right.
And so it kind of artificially inflated some of the on-base percentage, some of the other.
Well, that's fine.
How about
his
OPS?
batting average? That doesn't get inflated with.
No. Don't preach at me, bro. I'm not anti.
I got you. I really am stunned. Well,
you've been on that train for all year long. That doesn't surprise me.
Now, analytics will tell you, I guess, because I'm going through this with Alonso a little bit. Analytics tell you that but then I saw somebody say he was going to play corner outfield.
It seems like DH to me. Don't they have a first base?
Oh, he's a great fielder, bro.
Who's their? I saw something where they had a first base.
Bye Balboni is their first base.
The Royals?
Yeah.
Vinny Pasquantino?
Yeah, Vinny ain't, no.
Okay.
He's not CAG.
Vinny and the Jets.
The Italian Stallion's going to move over for Rocky, okay? That's what's going to happen here, all right?
I think it's a great landing spot for CAG. So we're splitting hairs here if you go 3 or 6. And to your point, I wouldn't necessarily disagree. I think certainly as a hitter. But look, That's a long way, and I don't mean geographically from Gainesville, Florida to Kansas City, and it is for
Lou
every
Gehrig.
prospect. Look at the kid. Look, we've talked all about Skeens,
Yeah.
and we followed Langford, but the dude in the Nats isn't doing so hot. Cruz,
He's not?
not as good as he's not in the
moved up
majors.
No, but he's AAA already.
Yeah.
I think he's coming. I don't know if he's not. I just that James Wood kid they got from. It takes time. I
Yeah.
mean, some
For
of those
some,
they're
but
outliers.
We're seeing them.
But here's what's going
They're
on.
becoming more common.
Right. The competitiveness of college baseball world is getting guys ready faster.
Well, I would just say that, look, that World Series last year featured 4 first-rounders. 3 of them have debuted. 2 of them are consistent starters.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm overreacting to Cruz over 3 in the Futures game.
Oh, okay.
Shout out Drake Baldwin, opposite field homer for representing the Braves.
Shout out Brandon Sproat.
That's former Gator, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sproat's hot right now. He's
nice.
really good.
Garrick had the all-time best season ratio, 49 home runs, 31 strikeouts in the Triple Crown season in 1934. What I'm telling you is they just drafted Lou Gehrig.
Well, no, you've already said he's Ohtani.
No, because I don't think he's going to pitch.
I thought it was odd that they designated him that way. Certainly you've scouted him. You have an idea.
The Mets have a kid, Nolan McLean, down in the minors, who was I think he was at Oklahoma State. I'm not positive. But anyway, he was doing both, and he's giving up the hitting, and he's just going to pitch. He says it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
I think ultimately Caglianone is best to settle as a hitter.
I agree.
Especially in the American League, you can DH if you need him to, or on an off day where he's not playing the field.
Yeah, but anyway, and my point going back to the analytics was a second baseman first overall.
That's the pick to me that looks goofy.
Yeah.
That looks goofy. There's too many good, high-level
It'll be fun
prospects.
to watch Condon versus Caglianone because those two guys, SEC guys. Condon got the accolades. Caglianone took his team to Omaha.
Condon's a weird one, dude. That's a walk-on. Didn't do anything as a freshman. I get a little dubious when dudes make that kind of improvement that quick.
And shame on Wake Forest. 4 guys or 3 guys or 4
Top
guys?
10. 3 in the top 10.
3 in the top 10?
Yeah, first time either, maybe in a long. Or is it 4?
Good.
I think it was 3.
I think it was 3. And good news is I don't have to root for Seaver King because he's not named after Tom.
Okay, good.
So that's fine.
Well,
I just wanted to clear that up.
It's important.
People, for me it is. I didn't want to.
Back to your poll question, you mentioned McIntyre's a big putt. Ironically, I'm just sick enough to watch that other PGA Tour event later in the day, and that Harry Hall cat did the exact same thing. He was on the last hole. He had to do it to make a playoff. It was 22 feet, exact same distance. He got up and down.
Didn't Harry Higgs do that earlier this year? Like a corn ferry or something?
Maybe.
To win?
Perhaps.
Because I saw that and I was like, this didn't happen. It happened yesterday, though.
Harry Hall is
Harry
the dude.
Hall.
Yeah,
is he the big,
real
frumpy
tall
Englishman?
Not frumpy, tall and thin, but maybe, not tone per se. He's tall, thin, bald head. He wears that little flat cap,
Oh, okay. It's not the guy I'm thinking.
No,
it's just called a driving cap.
A driving cap, that little taxi cap kind of deal. And so he did the same thing to force a playoff, and then he won that event when he chipped it in from off the green for 30, 40 yards. So anyway.
Well, good for him.
A lot. And the girl on the LPGA, the lady on the LPGA Tour, birdied the last 5 holes, or birdied 4 and made an eagle to win.
McIntyre's win was great because A, he's Scottish, and he wanted to win the Scottish Open. B, he had it ripped from him last year when Rory went birdie finish.
Yeah, that's true.
2 of the toughest holes. I mean, Rory hit an unbelievable shot on 18, if I remember, for 200-plus yards, about 4 feet, and made his putt. And then and McIntyre went 3-3-3 to finish. Although, I don't know about the sprinkler head thing. I don't know. I'd have to ask golfers about that. There was a ruling where so he's in the wisp, whatever you want to call it. And was he? Why does he get a free drop?
He's standing on a sprinkler head. If you're standing on a sprinkler head, you get a free drop.
Okay.
It's like that. That is got.
Why would there
that's
be
like a needle.
Why would there be a sprinkler head in that area?
Maybe that's a good question. It's rare, at least but maybe the agronomy there. You want to keep your rough healthy because it's a big part of your golf course's defense.
Right.
So I guess that's why. But that's an unbelievable break.
All right, let's do this, Pros, before we go to break. Tomorrow's the Breakfast with Champions, you and I being the champions.
Yes.
And we're going to be at the Metro
Diner. I called last week the All-Star break.
Okay. We're going to be at the Metro Diner, which is in Bay Meadows, the one in Bay Meadows.
Okay.
And
wait, hold on. That's where I'm going to work tomorrow?
Yes, we're doing the show from there.
We are.
We have 4 different menu options. Breakfast is on us. Now, Gibby, are both slots still open? Because we only have a few slots left. I mean, are both time frames still open?
Yes.
All right, so here's what we'll do right now. You can call in right now, 641-1010, 641-1010. Come have breakfast with us tomorrow. Just a kind of an end of the summer deal for us. We try, as I said last week, we tried the sports stuff.
We didn't do so hot.
Pickleball was a disaster. I didn't even make it there. I had kidney stone.
Yeah.
E went there. God bless E. He's having a surgery today. He tore his Achilles.
I find it especially important to let everyone know that I was terrific at pickleball.
Yeah. Then we made our way to the hole-in-one challenge. That was another epic fail.
I had my first. I'll detail for just a couple of vacation interludes when we come back, though.
Okay.
But don't think that my first 110-yard shot, as I played golf thrice over the vacation week.
Oh boy! Well, hopefully it went better.
The grinding I was doing there.
All right, so that didn't work. And so finally we said, okay, let's get rid of sports. We'll try just feeding the Googans, and we'll eat as well. Now, somebody may choke. I don't know.
Undefeated at that.
But we're pretty good at that. So we're going to do that tomorrow morning, 641-1010. Just tell Gibby, you and a guest, by the way, you and your boss, you and a friend, you and your wife, you and your son, you and your daughter. I don't care. Bring whomever you want. Just tell Gibby if you want to come 6:30 to 8. Or 8 to 10. We have 2 waves. We have a couple spots left. We're going to register a few more today, and then we'll be full. We've sold out.
What else can we do? We give and we give.
Well, that's what we're trying to do here at the drill. It was going to be the summer of fun. It was, and it was a summer of failure.
Yeah,
but
that's okay.
It's okay. We learn as we go, and we'll be better for it next summer.
Maybe.
Because really, this is our end of summer. We got SEC Media Days today.
Nice,
we got camp just around the corner. But most of you out there still have precious summertime left, so enjoy your summer.
I'm not afraid to take a mini in August sometime, friend. Don't kid yourself.
I may not be here next Monday for all
well, there you go.
But we all have we all have good things going on. So anyway, 641-1010, Gibby's answering the phone. We'll take a break. We got the 10-minute drill. Freddie T will be along as well. Lots of good stuff happening here on a Monday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey, guys, let me talk to you a little bit about health, about feeling better. I don't care if you got aches and pains that you thought could never go away. I don't care if your libido's been bothering you. Can't sleep. You've had those issues. Maybe it's weight loss. Maybe it's chronic fatigue and energy levels. There's so much that can be done. Trust me. And trust my doctor, board certified, Doc Paul Busey at Integra Concierge Medicine. I need you to call and set up your consult with him. Hassle-free, 619-3609, 619-3609. Set an appointment for a time, and guess what? That'll be the time. You'll get your hour. You'll go through what you need to be doing, the kind of plans and treatment options that you have to get back to feeling better. Don't let them hold you down, man. We've been fed. Let's tell you what I've learned in my voyage of discovery here in the last 6 months. We've been lied to, bros. We've been lied to about what's out there, what can make you feel better, what can get you back to those good old days, and get there quickly. 619-3609, Integra Concierge Medicine.
So happy to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, I mean it. That's how they'll treat you when you visit that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out exactly what yours truly is talking about. There's no pressure, just friendly help. Man, I love George Moore Chevrolet. And whether you want a car, a truck, an SUV, an electric, a pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet's got it. You know me, I got my boy Blue, that beautiful Silverado. I love tooling around town in that thing. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, don't worry. MoreChevy.com's got you set up. So easy to navigate, and you can see all the vehicles. You sales, the service, the parts. By the way, I've used George Moore Chevrolet service, and they are terrific as well. Never been more easy to use. Gang, listen to me. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Yo, E to the T here, and we've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino? Canceled because real life came calling. My bookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action. All from the comfort of the crib, my boy. I love the live casino. Just go to my bookie and click live casino at the top. You'll find the dealers ready to spin just like you're at the casino. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience with the actions in your hands, and you don't even need to wear pants, my guy. Start Start at MyBookie today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code 1010XL and a revamped loyalty program that'll ensure the host an exclusive VIP perk. So sign up and hit the casino with promo code 1010XL. The more you play, the more you win. Only with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Hey, Matt Hayes here with Mike Dempsey, both continuing to reap the benefits of losing weight with Awaken 180. For me, it starts with sleep. That's right, a full night's sleep every night. Another thing, I haven't been sick in months. No colds, no sinus infections. Mike?
Same thing here. My added bonus is I've lost a few more pounds in free maintenance. Crazy to think the weight not only stayed off since last September, but I don't even think about it anymore. With Awaken 180, keeping it off becomes second nature. I've had my cheat days, I have my cheat meals, but it's not really cheating when the results stay the same.
Awaken 180 isn't just about losing weight. It's about enhancing your life, better sleep, better health, and for me, enjoying golf and swimming without joint pain.
When you're not carrying around 40 extra pounds, your joints surely thank you. Have your joints, your heart, and your scale thanking you too, and do what we did online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey folks, it's Jennifer Marion. Randy Marion Cadillac is the pinnacle of luxury in the First Coast area.
And guess what? We've got the all-new Cadillac Lyriq with $16,000 off MSRP.
That's right. You pick the color and drive away today in ultimate style.
Experience the future of driving with the Cadillac Lyriq. Electric, elegant, and exhilarating.
Visit us online at randymarioncadillacofjacksonville.com or come see us on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Don't miss out on this unbeatable deal. Plus tax tag title $8.99 admin fee and resist all.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
You could win your share of over $450,000 in cash and prizes at the 5-star Greater Jacksonville Kingfish Tournament. The fun starts July 13th with the inaugural kickoff beach tournament with a $50,000 cash first prize. There's a junior offshore tournament and one for the lady anglers. Best of all, the general offshore tournament winner takes home a 28T contender with twin 200 Yamahas. Register today at kingfishtournament.com.
Jacksonville Sports Dynasty. 1010XL.
Hey, Jacksonville Cougars, it's me, Soccer Sam, for Salvatore's Pizza. Rochester, New York's favorite pizza is now open in Jacksonville, Florida, Tapestry Park at the Loft Hotel Plaza. Daily $10 deals, dine in with beer and wine, and delivery at salvatores.com. The famous Formoso family brings Salvatore's Pizza, Rochester's favorite pizza, including our 32-piece sheet pizza for your next event. Do it with me, baby. Salvatores.com.
Denny Thompson here. Tackle burglars and protect your turf. Give yourself peace of mind catching everything around your home with Tyson Sound & Security's cutting-edge surveillance cameras. For safety and convenience, Tyson has you covered for all home cameras and security systems. I'm talking HD recording, night vision, and remote alerts all from your phone or computer. Call Tyson Sound & Security right now at 904-762-1000. Tyson Sound & Security. Security and automation experts.
Clearwater. John, I can't even mow my side yard. It's so soggy. Man, my builder sucks.
Brent, calm down. This is a common problem in neighborhoods where houses are built too close together. You need gutters and a properly installed French drain that will soak up subsurface water. We can completely dry it up.
So I can take my builder off my speed dial now, huh?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. Let that builder bitterness go.
Clearwater irrigation
and drainage too.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by Jack's Concrete Coatings.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1010XL.
Yeah! All right.
sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. Now, we have another group registered for tomorrow. We don't want a scene like the Copa at Metro Diner tomorrow morning.
They'll be
I know a lot
climbing
of
in
you
through the air
Googans-
vents.
Yeah, you guys, be on your P's and Q's, and you have to be on the list. Now, you can come eat there still.
Yeah.
But you can't come eat for free on us.
Right. We're not picking up everyone's
Not
tab.
everyone.
We're
A
not
lot
that
of
rich.
people. Well, yeah. I mean,
All right. A reminder, 10-minute drill brought to you by Jack's Concrete Coatings. Came and did my garage. You will absolutely love it. It runs right on schedule, affordable, and it will totally change your outdoor living spaces. It's Jack's Concrete Coatings. So I saw a couple things at the beach that were new to me. I've been to the beach many hours.
Spent
over
the
course
week
of
at
my
the
life.
beach?
We ended up doing like a mini staycation. You know, we got a place down,
All right.
our faves, down in St. Augustine, got a condo, whatever.
Yes.
So two things happened. Our condo is a short walk from the beach over the dune, right?
Over the dune.
So I'm going to share with two things. Two things from Beach Week.
Okay.
This has never happened to me before. Been doing this, gone to the beach forever, stayed at beach, stayed for long times, gone for the day. And it's just mandatory now. If I go to the beach, Hick, we take one of those beach tents. You know what I'm talking about?
Beach tent, yes.
Like you see them at ball games.
We used to do them at Little League games.
Yeah, and like the cool things now, they've got lighter weight
Pain
ones.
in the A to
well,
set up.
Those are, but they new ones now that they've got like.
We got screwed then. We had to carry them in a big wagon and.
Hey, don't kid yourself. That's still what I have. But what I'm saying is the game has changed now.
Okay.
You have like,
all right.
Like fabric that'll blow in the wind. You screw it in like in half a second, really easy. Point being though that we're at the beach for the week. So what you do is you go down, you set up the tent at 10 a.m. You have people coming and going. You leave your tent on the beach all day, and then as you approach sunset or dinner, whichever comes first,
yes,
you take your tent down and you take it back up. And over the course of the day, you're not mindful of the tent at all. The tent is safe and standard and sound. It is on the beach.
Gotcha.
Well, until it wasn't.
Oh, no.
Yeah, for the first time in the history of the many crimes perpetrated against me and mine, I've had a beach tent stolen, Dan.
Wow, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah, so my daughter came down one day, and I had gone up early, and I left the girls down there, and then, Miss B came back up, and then my daughter came up, and so the tent was down there unattended for maybe 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. And we were going out to dinner, so I had to run down. I was going to go get the tent. It looked like the rain was blowing in anyway. I walked down, and I'm like, that's odd. No tent. And before you say, it may have blown away. No. Didn't blow away. The beach there's super wide. You can see up and down. There was no storms going on. It was, somebody. Now, we were one of those beaches.
Was it an old tent,
you're
saying? It wasn't one of the newer ones? It was old fangled, heavy one?
Yeah, it was one of those ones. They're not as encumbersome, I think, as you found them to be. Like for a lot of people. It wouldn't be. But I apparently this
always hurt your hand on them when you're pulling the things out. And your hand gets stuck.
I think if you're in the tent stealing game, like you've got it down. Like somebody that can hotwire a car, they probably hop out, break that thing down, throw it in the back of the truck. We're on the driving part of the beach. I didn't factor that in. Those ne'er-do-wells.
Flip it right in there and go.
So first there's that, but then there's this, and this is way more distressing. I cannot believe this has happened. I'm embarrassed this morning to call myself a resident of St. Johns County.
Okay.
I'm embarrassed.
SJC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're on Anastasia Island, just a short trip from one of our favorite little, not favorite, a little something that we will often do while we're down there. We'll go eat, and then we'll walk over. It's a beautiful little time in the evening. Let's walk out on the pier, honey. We can walk out into the ocean. I like to watch the people fish. I like to look at the scenery. I like to look at different things. Somehow, the brainiacs that run both Florida, the U.S. resources, the St. Johns County themselves, we are now the proud owners of a fishing pier to nowhere.
A fishing pier to nowhere.
They have done a beach reclamation project down there at Anastasia Beach, St. Augustine Beach, Dan.
Okay.
And now they have a pier that goes, 500 yards out to nowhere. It's the pier to nowhere, Dan.
Oh,
when you
dear.
reach the end of the pier, you still have like 30 yards of sand before you get to the water. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a deck. The St. Johns County now has an observation deck that extends out to nowhere. Now, how'd you like, maybe the county owns it or whatnot, and they're getting paid for this beach regeneration or whatever kind of nonsense it is. If you were doing any kind of project, though, around a fishing pier,
yeah,
it'd probably be incumbent to either build a longer pier or maybe regenerate, but not to the point that the pier stops 30, 40 yards short of the ocean.
Stops.
Have you ever been? You've been on piers in your life.
I've been on the.
By the time you get to the end,
time.
by the time you get to the end of the pier, you feel like you're in 40 feet of water, don't you?
Yeah.
It's not like they just barely go out. Piers go out like
Happy with the pier down there.
We built a pier to nowhere.
Oh dear. It's an observation.
It's terrible.
Beach observations.
By the way, and don't come now. Here's what happens, Hick. This is where an hour and a half into my return, I get frustrated.
Oh.
Don't come at me with the erosion. Okay, that's fine. We'll do two. Both are possible. Maybe we help fortify the beaches, but because it's a, quote, fishing pier, it actually extends not just to the ocean, Dan.
Can you cast from the end of the pier to the ocean?
In fact, no.
No, you can't make it.
Like when
Too
I
long
say,
of a cast.
I'm not talking about like the tide comes into just to the end. I'm talking about the pier ends, and you got a Sahara Desert between you and the ocean. We have a pier to nowhere. I live in a county that has a pier to nowhere.
Oh boy!
So
I
that's
was very concerned about our quarterback this weekend. I was very concerned, and my man responded like a champion yesterday. But I was watching a little bit of the Tahoe thing, and I noticed that our guy, TL16, franchise quarterback, who we just rewarded with riches, was not just losing, but losing to one Chuck Barkley.
I don't think he finished that way.
Chuck Barkley, after 2 rounds, was ahead of TL16.
I didn't, I usually watch that. I just didn't watch much.
It was...
Wasn't he in the group with Barkley?
Disconcerting. That I don't know. Not the first day. The first day he played with Elway and Josh Allen.
He ended T44, so he must have had a good Sunday.
He shot with his own ball. He would have shot 76 yesterday.
Okay.
He went from a 90 to a 76.
That happens at that
He does have a
level
bit of a
experience.
funky swing.
Yeah.
A little strange.
I didn't see it. I wanted to see Coach v. Player, and Peterson barely got him.
Peterson.
T38 for Peterson.
Yeah, but Trevor had a 15-point day yesterday.
Yeah, it was right.
He had like birdies and pars. And
yeah, because 44 is like better than halfway of the field, I think.
We go down to, I know this. I know that A-Rod is the worst golfer in the history of mankind. I mean, he was like.
That seems strange.
Oh, actually, Dylan Dreyer, the weather person. I can't remember. We talked about that a while back, and somebody said, Anyway, A-Rod went minus 59. The worst you can do is minus 36 per day. So he went like minus 32 first day.
So
he must have got a little better.
That kind of confused me because I thought minus was usually pretty good.
Well, it's a stable for scoring system, so it works different.
It's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, that was Trev did come back with a big, like a champion.
Did
what
you
champions
notice?
do? He responded and took my worry away.
Did you notice the subject of a pop quiz from earlier this spring reared his head again with the same notice that made him the pop quiz? And I said, I met a guy this weekend that had a hole-in-one on 17. You remember me telling you that? Anyway, you got it. Ultimately, it was Tim Brown.
Oh, yeah.
And so
he made another one.
Yeah, Tim Brown at Tahoe this weekend. Another hole-in-one.
Another one.
Yeah.
Marty Fish won the tournament, by the way, in case you're wondering which.
Former tennis player.
Yeah. Annika finished third. Kind of wish Annika would win it.
All right, I have a quick question for you.
Yeah. There's a bug in here in the studio. Bug.
You brought up something else I'm just going to ask real quick, okay? And this is probably more for the text line than it is for you. Are we the only ones that are having this rash of fruit flies this year? Is anyone having fruit flies more than normal? Those little net things that fly around your kitchen and stuff. Are we not being bombarded with fruit flies in this town?
We might be, because I was outside last night at the TV station, and there were the little so-and-sos were buzzing around me. And I think we talked about that like outside the house the other day as well. So I don't know. Do we stop spraying, or I don't know what's going on here, but you might be right. You might be onto something.
I don't like. We'll always, especially the summer, and if you leave fruit on your counter, and we have a lot of those little natty kind of.
I've seen them outside, and I don't know if
those could be gnats that you're talking about. I'm talking about like at some point. I'm sure you've seen them in your kitchen. At some point,
yeah, sure.
they come off of. But it's just been like a ton of them this year, and there's other people I've asked, and they've experienced the same thing. Well, more the in-laws and Stacy talking to them, but. I have this point would be meaningless without this. I have I did ours were so bad, Dan, I actually did the research. I actually did the YouTube or the Google how to get how to eliminate fruit flies. So pour some vinegar in a couple little bowls, put some saran wrap over it, poke some holes in it, and right now I'm like the death to the fruit flies. They have nothing to do with the haunted house that I've now created for them.
Wow.
Death to the fruit fly, I say this morning.
Gotta get rid of the fruit flies.
All right, now here's the question I'm going to ask you. Can you tell me, and you follow sports pretty good, and I know you
try to.
I know you follow the Gators, and I know you watch the NBA. Can you tell me what former Gator is on the U.S. Olympic basketball team?
What former Gator?
Yeah, there's a former Gator representing the USA in basketball at the upcoming Paris Olympics. Do you know who it is?
Team USA, men's
Team
basketball?
USA. This is an U.S. Olympic roster. Team USA at the Paris Games. There's a former Gator in the starting lineup.
I don't know.
Yeah. That player's Canyon Barry, Dan.
Oh, the 3-on-3?
And he's on the 3-on-3. Yeah, he's on the 3v3.
I remember hearing about that, but yeah.
Yeah, well,
who else is on that
exactly.
team?
I could have told you two. There were two ways I was going to attack this. The other was, Dan, can you tell me who Dylan Travis is? And then I was going to say, Dan, can you tell me who Kareem Maddox is? Because that's half of your 3v3 U.S. basketball team. The other's Jimmer Fredette. Should the 3-on-3 not be right?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't know. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that different. It's basketball, right? I mean,
I'm sure there is some new. Obviously, this looks like it's set up on 3.
Maybe we should take the championship team from Ice Cube's league.
Here's what they have. It looks like they have like a somewhat athletic big man, like a 6'8", 6'9" guy. That's Maddox.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got a bigger guy who can shoot threes in Barry. And then you got 2 3-point bombers in Fredette and Travis. Looks like it's a 3-point game to me.
Okay.
Right? Get open, hit shots, I guess. So, yeah. The Florida Gator basketball lore is now
Canyon.
Yeah. Canyon Barry. Who could forget those underhand free throws?
Is Pops making it over there to watch?
Pops he's kind of surly, Pops.
Oh, he's a surly guy.
We both had,
I played golf with him. I did not.
No, I
enjoy
just did a phone interview, and it was terrible.
We're talking about Rick Barry.
Yeah,
Probably
not a happy guy.
Probably me and Rex Morgan. We had a good time though when we were out there.
Oh,
that
sexy
day.
Rexy.
Yeah, but me and Rex were playing with Rick
Soul.
Barry, and Rick was not a friendly cat. Not a friendly cat at all, and was not happy that me and Rex were not great golfers at the time.
Yeah.
And,
I could see that.
He's got we got to use one of your drives, and he just kept amping up the pressure, and it was just like, hey Rick, how about you shut up?
I'm starting, and don't talk. You won't be the one to talk me out off of it.
Uh-huh.
I'm starting to get a brighter, sunnier disposition about the college football season out of the doldrums of the off year. I mean, I really can only afford to get super invested and optimistic. I feel like for the first 4 or 5 weeks, and then we'll find out what this year's Gator football team is really all about. But at the same time, you don't want to downplay the importance of these early games. Certainly, Miami to start the season is this kind of a season swinger right out of the gate, right? It's going to really set the tone for what you're going to be. But
I think arguably it's the most important game in Napier's young career.
Yeah.
And it's certainly not the end of the world if they lose, but it will just fuel the fire again, and it'll keep.
Well, there's another, again, the offshoots, the analytics of college football and running a program is that you also have 2 programs that at least right now the game's a month and a half away, so who knows what it'll be by then. But right now you have 2 programs going the opposite direction on the recruiting trail. Mm-hmm. Miami just keeps swinging, getting a 5-star here, and the recruiting ranking I believe is down to the top 5, and Florida's nowhere to be found. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago, 40th or whatever for the 2025 cycle. So you could probably change some of that momentum with a win in that game. But my point is, I'm feeling a lot more optimistic, about what the ceiling could be.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe more importantly, optimistic that some incredible basement won't be hit. Now, the fact of we'll know a lot more after this year. It'll be a fair representation of what they have, down there at coach and otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Those are 3 pretty good players they're taking SEC Media Days, Dan.
Yeah.
Graham Mertz and Montrell Johnson and Shamar James. That's of the ilk of, 3 Spurrier would have taken back in those days.
Yeah. I think that's good.
Now, granted, the competition is a lot different, and the one reason that Florida struggles to regain any kind of relevance, it's because Georgia and Alabama have been so doggone good for the last 15 years. One of them.
Yeah.
One of the two has been like dominant good.
SEC Media Days are upon us.
Yeah, they're today. They start today. That's why I bring it up. And
in Dallas.
Are they in Dallas, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I guess
they are.
welcome the new
Not in Hoover.
Huh.
Texas and Oklahoma now.
I think they had moved to Atlanta even, hadn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Hadn't we done one in Atlanta last year?
Mm-hmm.
Not sure.
No
but
one really
1010XL certainly will have you cover both SEC and ACC Media Days. FSU, I saw they had a good recruiting weekend as well. Mike Norvell has certainly arrow pointed up. It's a very manageable schedule. It's a bridge year for FSU, and I think it's a good one to have a manageable schedule.
One other concept and rationalization before we go to break. I talked to the Googans on Friday. I'm hooked on this Netflix Receivers show. It's terrific. And one of the things that I was pointing out was the lesson that we all learn and we're reminded when we sit back as old, fat, guys watching these unbelievable athletes and we're like, catch the ball, and really how hard it is and the injuries they go through. And every one of these dudes in the show have been hurt. So except Kittle so far through the season, but it was incredible. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown had his oblique ripped off the bone and he sat out a week. Devontae Adams got an AC joint sprain and went and took a needle in the middle of the game and came back. And I told the story that the boys out there go, "What are you doing back out here?" He goes, "I gotta play." And he goes, "What did you do?" He goes, "AC joint." And the offensive lineman goes, "I did my AC joint like 17. It still hurts." And he goes, "Thanks for the encouragement." Something to that effect. And JJ had to sit out with a hamstring. So JJ comes back, Justin Jefferson, and who's a really likable kid, by the way, when you watch him. So he's kind of you learn about these guys. And how I tied it to the Jags is we don't have one of these guys yet, and we need one of these guys. But Justin Jefferson, first game back from his hamstring, families and everybody's excited. He's finally going to play. He's been doing rehab, et cetera, et cetera. Goes across the middle, and dude just comes up and whacks him in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you see him reach for his back. Okay, and then he gets up though because he's he's not coming, and then they call him out to check on him because they noticed he was a little slow getting up, and so they call him to check out, and he goes over to the sideline. And he's like. He starts coughing. And he's coughing. And then he starts spitting. He's spitting up blood.
Jeez.
Now he's spitting up blood on the sideline. They go, "You all right?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm spitting up a little blood." And they go, "Oh, let's go get it checked out." And he's, "Oh, man," he's cussing. He's ticked. He wants to play. He's just back. And he goes in the injury tent, and they take him the X-ray, and he's got something, that inside, like a. And anyway, so he. I think he ended up sitting out the rest of that game, but he comes back the next week, man, and has a day.
That's a good point. It's a good reminder of we can get very cynical about how, quote, soft this guy is.
Oh, man. And it's a great sport. They all get it, and they don't listen. They all
see why they want their money.
Right.
Right?
That's what they say. Well, they said,
yeah.
They all say. And it also changed my opinion. You remember when Devontae Adams said, "I don't change wins and losses. I chase greatness."
Yeah.
And we all ripped him. And rightfully so if you just took it by context. But if you follow this show, you understand. I mean, my man Devontae Adams, who, by the way, all his other peers think he's the best receiver in the NFL.
Right.
And you can't cover the guy coming off the line of the scrimmage, man. I mean, he's so quick with a first. Like, you could be playing tag, Pros, and line up and bump, and you won't tag him.
Yeah.
That's how good he is. But anyway, it changed my whole opinion of him and what he said and how committed he is and what a leader he is on that team by watching this show. So it's changed
Is
my.
Tyreek Hill in that?
No.
He's
too busy.
You see the news with Tyreek this week. So congratulations to Tyreek, who's welcome to, the judge had to rule that he's welcomed a new baby. Here's the news. How many babies you figure?
By the way, no one really knows because I've seen like
Is that
3
not
reports.
right? Should I not say it then?
Well, there's 12,
More
there's
than
10,
12.
and there's 8. So,
I've heard 5 this year.
Yeah, 5 this year,
There's
more than 12
4
total.
or 5. I guess if you count the one he's with, his wife right now who's expecting, it might be 5.
Is his wife really?
Well, he is married.
Yeah, he is married, and she's expecting later this year. No,
Yeah.
I think it's 5 already this year, unless they are counting the bun in the oven. I think that's
Remember what he said he
premature.
wanted to do after the.
He'd be in the FPSA.
Yeah.
That's
All
what
right.
he'd be. That'd be the. You mentioned the Netflix doc. I haven't seen that one yet. I want to. My golf game went to a dark, desolate place before we left. So not only did I get out and play golf a few times, get right back on the horse, I had no problems with a wedge. That doesn't mean my golf game was worth a flip, but anyway, had no problems with 110.
That's good.
That was fine. But I did watch 2 really good golf movies.
Okay.
Just kind of I use it to heartwarming or whatever. These are like just.
The problem with golf movies a lot of the time is the actors who play in the golf movies can't swing, and yet they show them being great golfers.
Yeah.
And that kind of takes away somewhat of the reality of the movie. You got to suspend the belief a little bit.
Well, and that's fair.
Yeah.
Both of the ones that I saw overcame that just fine. There were 2 really good movies. One is just out. This one on Netflix, The Long Shot. Have you seen this one?
No.
Spoiler alert, which is I learned at the end, but the fact that this is a true story is amazing. I'm sure it's got some dramatic appeal, but basically the bottom line is it's like this the Mexican caddies and
I saw
Texas
the preview.
back. Yeah, very good. So that's very good. And this other one is kind of older, but I've never seen it. But did you ever see the 7 Days in Utopia movie?
No.
That's also very good.
All
2 good, just kind of, really.
All right.
The word I'm looking for, just kind of family-friendly, easy watches. A couple of golf movies. 7
All right,
Days
let's
in
do
Utopia.
this.
Long shot.
Let's grab a break. 641-1010. Gibby, tell them what they're going to win as we head to break.
Yeah, we've got something new this week, a floral arrangement delivery from Kuhn Flowers.
Thank you, Kuhn.
That's one prize we're going to give away. The next one is a 4-pack of tickets to the Sharks' final game of the season against Quad City on Saturday. That's this Saturday, July 20th. So 2 separate giveaways. We had somebody say, hey, I won all of it last week. No, we're going to do separate, so settle down a little bit. Floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers to one lucky guest, and then also a 4-pack to the Jacksonville Sharks this weekend, guys.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
The radio station made for you.
My turn.
This is 1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think the same way, right? We pay. Sometimes we add up all that monthly premium stuff we pay. Ooh. But I tell you what, if something happens and we need you to be there. That's what Craig and Chris Kaprosky do. They are there for us. They take care of all of our insurance needs. And when I say take care, I mean if something happens, you call the Kaproskys, man, they'll call you right back. It's called customer service, and it's something they do not take lightly, man. And homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business, Kaprosky's are always there for you every time you need. And I'll tell you how I know, because I've dealt with them on numerous times. So have my daughter and my son. So get an insurance checkup today. Easy to get a hold of. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com. Or call 478-8422. 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprosky are part of the Goosehead Insurance family and part of our family as well.
Your cooling system isn't working. Maybe somebody showed up with a portable electronic device. Then they discussed with you what your options are. Maybe they gave you an estimate that seems like an awful lot of money. What's the smart thing to do? When the situation merits a second opinion, get a Mike Merritt opinion. Yes, the Mike Merritt Comfort Team shows up with hand tools. We've never been able to fix an air conditioning problem with a tablet. Mike Merritt has been the trusted name for more than 30 years because there's never any hocus pocus. The Merritt team will walk you through the diagnostic steps up close and personal and show you exactly what you need. And the Mike Merritt price is likely to be far less because there's never an overtime charge, and the Merritt team doesn't work on commission. So remember, when it comes to the health of your cooling system, a second opinion can only help, and a Mike Merritt opinion can save you money. Florida license CACO 50384.
Hey, folks, Hicken here for Zero Res. You and I know Zero Res loves cleaning carpets in your home. But did you know Zero Res can also clean the carpets where you work? Take a look at the floors where you work, and if they need cleaning, suggest to the boss they call Zero Res. For the month of July, Zero Res offering 20% off all commercial carpet cleaning. Call Zero Res, and they'll come out and give you a free estimate on what it will take to get the job done. Zero Res, man, you spell it forward. Zero Res, you spell it backwards. Zero Res, it's the right way to clean.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
College football is finally here. Yes! SEC Football Media Days. Catch interviews with coaches and players.
We need change. I think everybody knows that.
If you miss one, you can hear it on demand at 1010XL.com. Brought to you by Instant Keys.
Make sure your roof is ready for the next Florida storm by scheduling a free roof inspection with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to $1,250 on your roof replacement, plus flexible financing up to 15 years. Offer expires July 31st. Restrictions apply. Call 1-855-ROOF-HELP or click universalroof.com.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Prime Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prime Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 904-902-8222. 904-902-8222. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 904-902-8222.
This is Dr. George Bari, inviting you to look online at bariorthopedics.com for the latest in medical advancements when it comes to getting you back to full joint health. After studying under Dr. James Andrews, I know proper diagnosis is the first key to treatment, and educating the patient is the fastest path to recovery. Whether it's chronic back pain, nagging arthritis, or necessary joint replacement, we're here to serve you in the best possible way. We are Bari Orthopedics, and online at bariorthopedics.com.
Find out more at bariorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I got a statement from Hard Rock Stadium, taking pride in hosting world-class events year-round in a safe and successful manner. For the Copa American final, the venue worked in collaboration. So, in other words, we're going to blame some other people. CONCACAF, CONMEBOL, and local law enforcement agencies. Preparations included an increase in the number of law enforcement officers and security on hand, more than double the personnel. Throughout the afternoon and evening, there were numerous attempts by unruly fans without tickets to overpower security and law enforcement personnel.
To our friends from other nations,
Yeah.
that's not how we do things here. I don't know how you do it out in Bogota or wherever the hell it is you came from,
Yeah.
but we don't just go storming the gate. And,
Fans continue
you know,
to engage in illegal conduct, fighting police officers, breaking down walls and barricades, and vandalizing the stadium.
Get the hell out of here, Hick!
When it became apparent that it would not be safe to start the match at 8 o'clock, a joint decision was made to postpone. Shortly after 8, stadium officials, CONMEBOL, CONCACAF, and law enforcement officers communicated and decided to open stadium gates for a short period of time. The worst thing about this is, listen, that was a hot ticket, okay? There are dudes paying $25,000, $3,000, $4,000 for tickets. We understand there are disappointed ticket holders. You imagine getting in and it's like squatters.
And by the way,
we got squatters in my seat.
Here's the thing: if you're dealing with a person who's willing to climb in through the ducts, she's not exactly going to deal with you like, oh well, I'll go find another one.
Yeah,
right. They said I think like 5,000 more than capacity, snuck in.
Out of control.
You know what I'd have done? I'd have canceled the game and sent them. Go play Caracas. Get the hell out of here.
Honestly, they probably should have.
They should have. Y'all go. You want to finish? Go to Bogota.
Would have been a little concerning if I was playing in the game because it was an overflow, and I'm like, are they all going to run on the field after the game? I mean, what are we doing here? So anyway, not a good situation for the CONCACAF down there in Miami going on. So I just wanted to point that out. As well. We head into the All-Star break in baseball. We got the Home Run Derby tonight.
They changed, by the way. They've changed the format again. Good luck keeping up, basically. It's more like the NBA now.
Yeah.
You have both a clock and a shot limit. In other words, you have a clock, but you can pace yourself because you have a maximum number of pitches you can see.
Okay. So we'll see how it is. That's coming up tonight. So just then the All-Star game on Tuesday. I think the American League's got a much better team overall than the National League, so I expect to lose again. Be nice to grab a win, but like the 70s, I pine for the 70s as far as the All-Star game, although it doesn't quite have the oomph that it used to have. It used to be a big deal when we were kids. It's not anymore
because you see
interleague and everything. But anyway, it's a celebration. So they had the draft last night in Texas. They're trying to give it a little NFL feel. It's cool. You just don't know the guys like you know the football players, obviously. But there were more college guys taken this year, which was a little bit if you follow
It's getting
the
that
game.
to be that way.
Yeah.
It used to be high school was like half and half in the top 10 first round, and it's not. It's like weren't 9 of the first 10 college players?
Yes, and
3 from Wake Forest.
13 and 14 were Seminoles. James Tibbs III went to San Francisco, and then Cam Smith went to the Chicago Cubs, so the Noles had a couple go in the top 14. Caglianone went 6th, which I think is really low. I'm still surprised about that, but we'll see. I mean, time will tell, and all these scouts who I think sometimes you overanalyze. Man, I watched Jack Caglianone for the last 2 years, man, and that guy hits the ball a mile. He hits the ball consistently. He doesn't strike out. He fixed that his second year. He looks the part. He's a great fielder. He plays really well. I guess
the answer for that would somebody somewhere has watched Charlie Condon play every game and would offer the same arguments.
Yeah.
And I did see that guy's played 30 games or more, like 5 positions in college.
Yeah.
So there's a versatility
Well, he's in a good spot. Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. Get it up in the air and let it go. And then, of course, Wimbledon, this Alcaraz kid, listen.
That's how tennis rolls, 20-20.
Yeah, you say what you want. Carlos Alcaraz, barring injury.
He's going to win 20.
Easy.
Yeah.
He's got more now.
Yeah, it's 4 at age 22.
Yeah, he's got more now.
He's the youngest with 4.
I think Joker. Yeah. 4-0 in the finals, too, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
and
really
by the way,
impressive
yesterday, just shellacked him.
Yeah.
I wasn't even competitive.
Yeah. I think Joker's, and here's the thing, right now, and it'll change. For the next, I don't know, couple 3 years, who's going to beat Alcaraz?
Well, I thought it was strange. He wasn't the top seed.
I know. It was weird.
He was like the 3 seed,
at
actually.
Center, and
I'm sure. Well, here's.
And listen, he could have went out. He had a couple matches where he had to.
Here's another thing that happens. Who's going to beat Alcaraz? Dennis, so, where was that 3 years ago? Nobody knew who Alcaraz was.
Yeah.
Somebody will come.
I was at church. I didn't watch any of the men's final, but I did watch a little of the women's final. I enjoyed it. It was, Krejcikova, I think is how you say her name. It's an incredible story. Like, I guess
she's won 2 majors. Who knew?
Yeah, it's her second major. And here's the thing. I saw Sam Borden, one time pamphlet columnist, doing a story over there. She went and she's from the same country as Yana Novotná.
Okay.
Is it Czech Republic?
That's correct. Novotná had a famous, was it the U.S. Open she blew against Navratilova?
Wimbledon. Choke. And it was Graf, I think. But she fell.
Like up 5-0 or something.
Yeah, just unbelievable. But she came back and won one. Anyway, so when Krejcikova was a young kid, she went up to Novotna, knocked on the door, and introduced herself. Anyway, and Novotna took her under her wing and helped her. And then Novotna passed. She got a cancer and passed away. And told her, though, enjoy it, go win a Grand Slam. She won, like, all these doubles titles.
Novotna did, yeah.
No, Krejcikova.
I think Novotna was also a doubles player.
Anyway, so then...
Did Novotna not play with...
I don't know.
Navratilova?
Then Krejcikova kind of shifted over into singles, and now she's... And she hits these, like... she's not overpowering, but she mixes it up really well. And then she took on this little Italian dynamo, who's this short little girl who battles and fights and scraps, and it was good. It was a good match.
Yeah, Novotna won 76 oh wait, is that her singles record? That may be her singles record.
Oh, dear.
She reached number 1 in 90.
Yeah, Novotna was really good.
I mean, that 90, that's a lot of, that's Groff and Celis and Capriati and...
Yeah. All right, here's what we're going to do in the second hour.
12 major doubles titles. She did the career Grand Slam as a doubles player.
We got Freddie T coming up. We're going to register a couple more people for the breakfast tomorrow. The Breakfast with Champions is what it's being dubbed. I didn't give it that name. That's what they told me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I said, Dan and Jeff are the champions. Breakfast, you're the Googans. Breakfast with Champions is on us. And so we'll do that when we come back. We got a lot to do. It's a busy Monday. Full steam ahead here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Want more Jags? Subscribe to the 1010XL Jaguars YouTube channel. Looking for more in-depth coverage of the Gators? Subscribe to the 1010XL Gators YouTube channel. Need your FSU fix? Well, subscribe to the 1010XL Seminoles YouTube channel. Your favorite team, one specific location.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Lockhart Construction. I've told you about Lockhart Construction numerous times. They're a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart, his dad, his guys, they're all Jacksonville dudes, man, taking care of people who live here, people like me. I'm going to tell you what, man, nobody better. We've used Lockhart Construction numerous times, and they have done just great jobs for the Hicken family. They've helped me numerous times. They've helped my son. They've helped my friends. And they can do just about anything. It's amazing. One time I said, Shane, do you do outside siding? Yeah, I can do that. And he's done it. He's got experience doing it. And he gets done fast, friendly, affordable, clean. Listen, if you have a construction need, a remodel idea, a thought, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. It's real easy. Old school, 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction, 994-3865.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. With the weather now hot as can be, look ahead and get that backyard ready for fall with a new open air or screened-in enclosure. Maximize the space you have and make it great with Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. They truly are the best in the business. So if you have the space and the idea, give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
When persistent plumbing problems leave you feeling flushed, don't panic. Call Roland Reich. They quote all pricing in advance, so your only surprise is how quickly they'll solve your issue. Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Key saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Attention sports fans, are you ready to take your game to the next level? Look no further than Best Bet. You can bet anywhere, but you'll definitely win here. Experience the thrill of sports like never before. With all the major games broadcasting live on our big screens and a menu stacked with your favorite foods and refreshing drinks, you're sure to find your winning ticket. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com. Bet anywhere, win here. Only at Best Bet.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatcierge experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Jenkins Hyundai of Jacksonville. As they head into this season's spring's training camp, Jaguar head coach Doug Peterson offered insight on his recast wide receiver room.
Got to get on the same page early as we head into training camp, but I'm excited for these guys and how they fit. We feeling like we're in a good spot.
This year, SEC's Media Days event will kick off today and run through July 18th. 1010XL will have updates beginning tomorrow. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp pitching held on to a 1-run lead. It was enough to get the victory Sunday against the Gwinnett Stripers. Following the 4-day All-Star break, Jacksonville begins a 3-game series against the Durham Bulls Friday from 1-1 Financial Ballpark. In MLB play, the Rays defeated the Cleveland Guardians, and the Marlins got the victory over the Cincinnati Reds. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
79 degrees at 8:08. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program. Caglianone is the 5th top 10 pick for Kevin O'Sullivan. Zanino, Puck, India, and Wyatt Langford, all top 10 picks.
India was a rookie of the year, wasn't he?
I think he was.
Yeah, I think he was too.
He's
kind of tailed off a little.
He got hot recently. I don't know what numbers he's putting up, but he's held down. He's done okay. Puck, arm issues, and now a reliever for the Marlins. Zanino's already retired. India and Langford may be the best of them all, and then we'll see what Caglianone is able to do as well. So
Puck's playing well recently.
Yeah,
he'll probably get traded. I would expect he'll get.
Puck with the A's?
Been better.
No, he's with the Marlins.
Marlins.
Yeah, he's the last month. Puck's been really good.
Yeah,
I need some pop quiz music, please.
I love me a pop quiz.
I like the pop quizzes that kind of transition into a mini topic. Okay.
This is going to transition into a mini topic.
I think this was SI. I think Sports Illustrated and their panel of experts, Breer and Connor Orr, maybe 4 or 5 of them, were all asked to pick the next 5 Super Bowl winners. If you thought the Chiefs were going to win the Super Bowl all 5 years, you could say Chiefs, 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 Chiefs. You got it? The Chiefs, through all that, accumulated the most votes. 10 total Super Bowl. One guy had him winning 1. Breer had him winning 2. Another guy had. So 2 guys had him winning 2. Every single person asked had him winning at least one of the next 5. I need to know the rest of the top 5. The rest of the top 5, numbers 2, 3, 4, and 5, totals. If you add up, the rest, who would have finished second, third, fourth, and fifth projected Super Bowl titles in the next 5 years?
I got to come clean, Jeffrey. I did this on Friday.
Oh, God. Never mind. Sorry.
But, no, it's worth it. We'll talk about it.
Terrible.
Not everybody's heard it.
Yeah. Because Gibby knows I did it, so therefore if I sat here and
I feel
shined
you.
like a champion.
I got you. Well, let me tell you what jumped out at me. The reason I said kill the
no
music.
Jags.
That's not what jumped out at me. That's what jumped out at me is a team on there that and it makes sense. At first you want to dismiss it.
Right.
It's the fact that the Chargers have as much short-term as really anybody in the league, more than the Texans, as much as the Niners.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, it makes sense. Do you think Jim Harbaugh is going to win a Super Bowl in L.A.?
I wouldn't go against him.
I think he will.
Yeah.
I think he will. He's taken a team to the Super Bowl.
Amazing because, I don't know, 10 years ago, you're screaming about Harbaugh's terrible at Michigan, and he was. He couldn't beat and yet he's won
Stayed the course.
And he's won everywhere he's gone. And he's got, you know what he does? He's got really a simple formula, man.
What's
he
funny
runs
too?
the ball.
I'll give you sometimes you're so fortunate in the path that you take, and I mean it this way.
Mm-hmm.
If Jim Harbaugh had gone to Ohio State or Alabama or Oklahoma and started the first 5 years there like he did at Michigan and didn't beat any of his rivals.
He got run.
He'd have got run.
Is he?
And who knows where his career would he have gotten back as a head coach in the NFL? Maybe.
So was the fact that he was a native son of
Yes,
Michigan?
100%.
Yeah, you're probably right. But yeah, I do think.
I was wrong on that.
No, I mean, I do think that Jim Harbaugh will win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
In the next 5 years.
But anyway, according to this
story
that Dan did on Friday.
Again, they like to throw Houston out there a lot, and I don't like that. We'll see.
That's a big leap.
Yeah.
The Lions was 6, understandable. One dude picked them to pick 2. But it's not super understandable. They don't have a young I think Goff's great. Is he going to win multiple Super Bowls in the next 5 years? Right?
No.
All right. But the Lions got 6 votes, the Niners 5, and then the Chargers, who were picked what?
Well, the Chiefs
5th,
or you didn't?
Chiefs were 10.
Yeah,
they ran away from everyone, which is understandable. But the Texans, to your point, 3.
Yeah.
And also,
and if they had done this last year, you might have seen the Jags.
Oh, sure, they would. Listen, take anything you're seeing, reading, or projected about the Texans this year. That's the Jags last year. Yeah. I mean, almost exactly.
I saw the Dolphins were in there. I saw Buffalo in there.
Dolphins got one.
They did not pick the Jets because they just don't believe Aaron Rodgers is going to be around long. And, it's like the Jets got to win now, and I mean, forget Aaron Rodgers is not young.
I'll tell you the one that shocked me. The Vikings got 2.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
I think the Falcons are more likely to win a Super Bowl than the Vikings.
I'd rather have Kirk Cousins than J.J. McCarthy.
You got Justin Jefferson. J.J. McCarthy, you think he's going to win 2 Super Bowls?
I would agree. And they're not sold on Caleb Williams yet because you won't find the Bears anywhere.
And by the way, 2 doesn't mean somebody thinks they're winning 2 of the next 5. It means of all the panelists,
they got 2 votes.
They got 2 votes of winning 1 in the next 5. Yeah. So
the Niners are a good safe bet. I mean, they're very good, but they still got to win 1.
I was watching speaking of the Niners, I was watching I really like those Make-A-Wish or Dreams Come True. I don't know which one they're doing it for. That's the Sports Center does, right? And they did one with a little kid who had cancer, leukemia, and he was a Niners fan. He lived in Kentucky. They flew him out and treated him great. Those things always are feel-good storylines. But it made me think, if you could say you weren't a fan of who you're a fan of, there were no Jaguars. Is there a franchise you wish you had been a fan of? You see what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because the Niners wouldn't be a bad call, man. The Niners they've always been good. They've had Hall of Fame players. They seem to consistently be contending. They've been, innovative and revolutionary in some ways with Bill Walsh. They've just they just seem to always be good, and they're likable, I think.
The Niners?
Yeah.
The only thing that's not Shanny's not really.
You don't like him, right?
Yeah.
But I've always not liked the dynasties. Like as a kid growing up, I never liked the Steelers winning or the Cowboys, whereas the Niners didn't seem to bother me. Like it bothered me when they beat the Falcons 55-10 as a 12-year-old. But like their dominance never – I didn't root against them like I do some, quote, dynasties. But I bring that up only because, big things expected, and they've got that young quarterback. That's a big reason why. Speaks to the belief in Trevor and how that's changed from last year to this.
Yeah.
Last year he was Stroud.
Yeah. Yeah. So it'll be fun to watch. But again, with the and I've aired my grievance about the Jaguars. I'm excited about the Jags. I have them here at like 9-8 area that I think could go
11 or 7
or a couple either way.
I'm okay with that.
I don't.
Got to show it.
Yeah.
Got to show it.
Things could come together.
For sure.
Okay, but
a lot of unknown. Like this, we've undersold.
I just don't think they have enough of these. Where
are the receivers, Dan? The closer we get to season, and it all becomes real.
Yeah.
You really notice the huge hole in the receiver. You can think sky's the limit for these guys.
Yeah.
But what they've been and what we've seen, if you're counting on a Christian Kirk coming off an injury,
right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, Gabe Davis maxed out at like 40 catches. Man, he's had some great games. And Brian Thomas Jr. is a rookie, and there's no one else on that roster who has proven to scare anyone in any form or fashion. So that receiving unit is a huge question. It's more of a question than we've best-case scenario through most of this offseason.
All right, we're barreling towards Freddie T. He'll join us in just a bit. We got a lot going on here in the 8 o'clock hour. Plus, let's do this, Gibby, as we head to break. Let's register you right now. We got two spots, you and a guest. So if you win, you get to bring someone. Don't do it unless you're coming. It's tomorrow. It's Breakfast with Champions tomorrow. Metro Diner, Bay Meadows. You can go 6:30 to 8 or 8 to 10. Both still open. We just got a couple slots left, though. And we're going to fill it up. And we're going to have a good time tomorrow. We're going to be doing the show out there. Jeff and myself will have and we're giving you breakfast. It's on us, okay? Don't act. It's not the Copa, okay? Come, act civil, and it'll be a fun time. 641-1010 right now. As we head to break, you and a guest, Metro Diner, Bay Meadows, 6:30 to 8, tell Gibby, or 8 to 10, and we'll keep it rolling right here on The Drill right after this.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
It's very special because if you can see, the numbers all go to 11. Look, right across the board. 11, 11,
and most of
11,
the
and then
amps go up to
1010XL.
Exactly. It's one louder, isn't it?
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at GolfTeeRepair.com. No. We don't really fix the golf tees, man. Like I told you, we just want to have some fun around the game we all love. Golf Tee Repair, just a Jacksonville company that makes affordable golf wear for Jacksonville dudes who love to play, man. Polos, T-shirts, hats, hoodies. Got to see it to believe it. GolfTeeRepair.com. Made out of bamboo, all natural materials for comfortable, breathable clothing. GolfTeeRepair.com. And gang, right now, go to GolfTeeRepair.com. If you choose to buy something, type in Drill50 in the promo code, Drill50 in the promo code, and you get 50% off. As soon as you type it in, bang, half off. And it's great to wear. You should see some of the football-type motif shirts that they have. I've been putting them on Twitter. GolfTeeRepair.com, plus a money-back guarantee. Drill50 is the promo code at GolfTeeRepair.com for half off. Terrific forever.
It's Hacker here, checking in from the sunny Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, that's right. I'm down here living the dream with a margarita in one hand and some seafood in the other. And let me tell you, I'm not stressing one bit about gaining any of my 80 pounds back this week. You know the reason? No, it's Awaken 180 weight loss. My metabolism is on fire. I'm burning off calories as fast as I can put them down. I know the 80 pounds is one measurement, but how about this one? I'm now wearing a size 38 pants. That's down from a 46. 8 inches off my waist. Think about that. 8 inches gone in just 4 months. That's absolutely incredible. That's Awaken 180. My confidence is through the roof. I'm even strutting around the beach down here with the shirt off, feeling like a brand new man. It's all about the Awaken 180 magic. If you're ready to make a change, take it from all of us. Awaken 180 is the real deal. Book your summer consult today at awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com. Chevroletcars.com.
It's time to fire up your grill, shoot off some fireworks, and launch one of the biggest sales in the history of the United States. It's our independent sale happening right now at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet. Whether you drive a car, a truck, or an EV, everyone is welcome to celebrate our independent sale with the lowest prices, largest inventory, and the most love for our country. Come celebrate with Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. You don't want to miss this.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
This July, celebrate America's independence with a fresh view from Renewal by Andersen. Hi, this is Chelsea. Right now, buy any 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Our custom-built, energy-efficient windows and doors will enhance the beauty and value of your home. Visit rbafla.com to schedule your complimentary design consultation. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting. Get closer to nature.
Trying to get close to these bucks out here.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz. The Nimnicht Outdoor Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
It's storm season, and JEA is committed to keeping you informed. In the event of a storm, we'll text and email you about the status of your services. We use Facebook and Twitter to post real-time updates. Our live outage map on JEA.com lets you track restoration progress. And as crews work to restore services, our storm outreach team will be in local neighborhoods to answer your questions. Because as your community utility, JEA is here to keep you safe and connected. Your community, your utility.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, why is it that when you look at how long a store has been in business, that it always seems to be the stores like Underwood's that sell fine quality that have been around the longest?
Frank, that's a question that really doesn't get asked a lot, but it should be. There are a number of reasons, but probably the biggest is because of the endorsements our longtime customers and their pieces of jewelry have given us through the years. You see, when you sell really fine quality jewelry, that piece will last longer and always stay beautiful. It might stay in the same family for generations, and through those years of wear, a lot of compliments will be made and a lot of people will be told where the piece of jewelry came from. You see, at a store like Underwood's, it's our stated goal to be the best jeweler in the South, not the biggest, so everything we do and carry has to help move us toward that goal. And ultimately, it's the satisfied customers wearing fine quality jewelry that have kept Underwood's in Jacksonville since 1928.
Underwood's in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program. Gibby, are we full up or do we have 2 spots left?
No, we're full now.
We're now full.
We just got Bill. He's our last
winner.
Yep, last winner.
Good.
So we got him. We got them all.
Well, okay. We appreciate all y'all. We expect to see y'all. If you registered and won, we expect to see you tomorrow. Breakfast is on us, so why wouldn't you come? It should be a lot of fun. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's That's happening. That's happening this tomorrow. Tomorrow at Metro Diner in Bay Meadows. Looking forward to it. Spain won the Euro, I guess. So that was they beat England yesterday. Again, I don't know a lot about it, but I've noticed that there's a new fan thing going on in the world of sports. It started, I think, really with the Edmonton Oilers girl, and now it's carried over into the soccer game.
Are we doing some flashing?
A lot of flashing
Used
going
to be
on.
Kissing. That makes sense. I mean,
A lot of
the
flashing.
circling of the drain. We go from the kissing bandit to the flashers. Right?
Yeah, so we got
slight difference in the two.
We got a lot
the
of
tone
flashing.
and texture of the two.
I did enjoy 2 notes from the WNBA.
Soccer and WNBA.
Yeah, it's a summer.
Times have changed.
We'll get into SEC Media Days here in a minute.
We've been through a lot of summers. The Euro Cup's never made it, buddy.
Never made it.
So, which I think does speak to the soccer's insistence on
shoving it down our
relevance. At
throat.
least you're aware of it, I guess,
Yeah,
even if you
I
didn't
was
watch
aware.
it.
I was aware. Caitlin Clark and the Lynx coaches, the Team USA coaches, she was kind of, somebody asked her about, hey, Caitlin Clark went to Minnesota yesterday. The power of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah,
it's
they
close
filled
to
up the
Iowa. It was all. It was.
Yeah,
they,
I saw
it was a home game for the
Yeah,
Indiana
I
Fever.
watched a little bit.
Did you? Okay. And then the Liberty did what the other team didn't do against Angel Reese at the end, and rightfully so. The other team gave Angel Reese the double-double. They should have just and Chicago. Angel Reese has a streak of double-doubles going. Chicago is up like 7. They inbound the ball with 6 seconds left. She's posted up. She wants the ball because she wants her 2 points to keep her double-double streak alive. It's kind of Bush League. You run the clock out and game's over. That's what you do.
Yeah.
If you want to be a big boy sport, you do it the right way. But nonetheless.
Big girl sport, thank you.
A big girl sport, whatever. Boy, girl. Doesn't matter anymore.
I don't know. Depends on what locker room you're in.
But then I watched her a little bit.
Reese?
Yeah, throw up some shots underneath that are just.
Bro.
She hit the underneath of the backboard.
I know, Dan.
Oof, Tom.
Equal. They should get paid the same.
All right, Greg Sankey goes early
Why
today.
did I never finish the Caitlin Clark? Oh, just because that.
Well, there's 2 things. One, the Fever are playing better. They won, and it was a home crowd for them in Minnesota. And then the Lynx coach is the coach of Team USA, and she's snippy about the whole Olympic thing still. And Caitlin Clark should be on the Olympics. They blew that, and everybody knows it.
Best passer in the league already. I mean, she would lead the Olympics in assists.
Yeah, they're dumb, but whatever.
That is dumb. So dumb. And it does matter. At certain stages, however you want to phrase it, I believe she belongs on there just as one of the top 12, whatever the grown women think.
Yeah.
But even if not, that catty, jealous, trait keeps you from growing your sports game.
How important today's teams in Dallas? Sankey goes first. The commish gives the state of the. He'll welcome Texas and Oklahoma. Blah blah blah. And we talked with Ira Schofel last week about FSU and where they're headed, and they're covering all their bases. They have talked to the Big 12. I mean, you got to be careful. You're not sure where you're headed. Are you going there? And nobody really knows, and how much it's going to be, and all the numbers still have to be crunched. The only thing that everybody seems to agree on is that FSU is going to leave the ACC.
With Clemson and a couple more.
And where they headed, that remains to be seen. Now, the ACC may turn around and try to grab some other. Who knows?
I don't understand.
But I will give the Big 12 guy credit. I mean, the guy has stayed proactive, and you know what?
Yeah.
He kept his conference alive while the Pac-12 died.
That's right.
So,
and the Big 12 was the first to really be stung by the big boys leaving.
Right.
Colorado left and Nebraska left.
Right.
Those were the big boys of the league back in the 90s and 2000s.
So Sankey will go today. Then LSU rolls in. LSU is an interesting thing. Brian Kelly going into year 3. Is that correct, Jeff Prosser?
That's right.
Year
Same as
3
as Napier.
Brian Kelly. And the question is, like, LSU and Florida kind of have always sort of mirrored each other to me, sort of expectation where they are in the football program.
Success has been mirrored.
Success has been there. And so...
I mean, maybe not at the same time, but
yeah. So and he's gone 10-4 and 10-3, which is good.
Yeah,
but it's
nothing
It's kind of like when Mullen was with Florida.
Yeah, very similar.
He won the Citrus Bowl and he won the Relia Quest Bowl. He had a Heisman Trophy winner. We had a Heisman Trophy candidate. But what will he do this year? I think, now you got a new quarterback. You got Nussmeier coming in. It looks to me like another type. That kind of season.
I
which
think Brian
on the Bayou is not they don't really like that.
Here's what I think he'll be if they ride him like Notre Dame did. I think he'll do exactly what he did at Notre Dame. He'll be good most years, and every fifth year he'll have a team capable of being a playoff winner or a national title.
And
at Notre Dame, they were never good enough to be that ultimate. At LSU, you are. Like, your best at LSU will win a title. Your best at Notre Dame doesn't win one anymore.
I would agree with that. They got the number one quarterback in the country coming. They also have Colin Hurley from Jacksonville. They opened with USC. USC tried to get out of that game by all accounts. That's out in Vegas. That's a good opener.
There's some good openers in college football. That's one thing.
That's Sunday. That's
the
a
one
Sunday
thing
game.
about it, the one thing we haven't talked about this a lot, but the new playoff is going to make for better scheduling. Teams aren't as afraid to play that game.
Because if you go 9-3,
you need to have
10
those
and 2,
games.
you'll get in. But they play Oklahoma as well at the end of the year. It's just interesting to see how they do things. They got a tough schedule, man. They go at they got Nichols, their throwaway game, at South Carolina, and then they welcome UCLA to Tiger Stadium.
LSU and Florida
They
never
play
played an
SC
SEC championship game, have they?
No.
That's amazing considering that.
They play SC and UCLA in the first month.
That's weird.
Now, they're not in the SEC as far as I know.
I finally saw that the right has been, the wrong has been righted. It should have never happened, but for the love of Pete, Cal's off the damn schedule.
Oh, yeah, they got the Cal.
That great intersectional
I
we
was
were
looking
doing.
forward to
Then
going
we
to that.
made fun of the ACC for inviting Cal, yet we celebrate our trip out there.
I was looking forward to that. South Carolina comes in next. Shane Beamer.
It looked like they were on the cutting.
Yeah.
Last year they needed needed a boost, man.
Yeah.
2 years ago they finished with like 3 wins over top 10 teams. Remember, they beat Tennessee, Clemson, Notre Dame.
Yeah,
they had Spencer Rattler coming back. Last year needed to be a kind of a trampoline year, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, who's their quarterback?
Yeah, no, they have a transfer, don't they? Didn't they get the kid from like Coastal or Liberty or one of those places? Or did he go to NC State? Where'd that kid go? Is it McCall? What's the Coastal?
Grayson McCall?
Yeah. Where did he go?
Look, USC has a new look quarterback room where Lenoris Sellers, Robbie Ashford went there. The Auburn kid.
Okay.
Can't throw, but he can run.
McCall's at NC State.
NC State.
Yeah, there you go. So it looks to me like, Robbie Ashford.
Yeah, that ain't good enough.
That ain't good enough.
By the way, I said earlier.
Vanderbilt transfer A.J. Swan chose LSU over South Carolina. Texas transfer Malik Murphy's at Duke.
These are all QBs?
Yeah. Malachi Nelson's from Southern Cal went to Boise State over South Carolina.
By the way, is that DJ Lagway in the Gatorade commercial that has Jordan and the others?
Yes. And on and on. So anyway, they
Is it not odd that you know who every single athlete is? Like if you're just a and no one would know who that was? I mean, that may as well have been an actor. Unless you're a Gator fan, you have some sort of.
Oh, yeah. They play Old Dominion at Kentucky, and then they got LSU, Akron.
So they dumbed down the schedule to try and get their wins.
They're trying to get their wins, but they got Ole Miss, they got Alabama, they got Oklahoma, they got Texas A&M, they do have Vandy, they got Missouri.
And I will say this in fairness, no matter how lackluster you think Florida's been the last couple of years, you still consider them a lot better than like a South Carolina.
Yeah, they barely beat them last year. And they
I
lost.
know they did, but I'm just saying, if Florida played that schedule, you wouldn't be saying 6-6. That's all I'm saying. And for them, I'm going to say 4-8.
And then Ole Miss rolls in today.
Lane Kiffin lost.
It's LSU, South Carolina, Ole Miss, and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's at 4:20. Guys, I'm going to go eat early.
Vanderbilt's at 4:20.
We got Clark Leah here coming up on the. Yeah, I'm going to be at the steakhouse.
Yeah, I'm going to the dispensary.
I'm going to watch the home run derby.
Yeah, right.
Right?
That's later, isn't it?
Isn't the home run derby tonight?
Yeah.
Well, I got to get over there.
Leave at 4?
Yeah.
Make sure.
We're going to get out of there.
I want to get a good seat in my hotel room.
Unless you want to get offensive lineman Gunnar Hansen. You want to get that exclusive.
Yeah, I'm going to take a pass.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gunnar. All right, let's.
If Frangie throws to Gunnar Hansen, I'm going to be ticked. We got to take a break. I'm sorry, we're over. This is The Drill on 1010XL. We'll get Freddie next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
There's a new one-stop shop for all things Gators. Subscribe to the 1010XL Gators YouTube channel. Up-to-the-minute updates, instant reaction from Gainesville, plus the same 1010XL Gators podcast you've grown to know. And check out 1010XL Gators on YouTube.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
I've known Glenn Coleman for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Hey guys, this is David Garrard, and I want to tell you about Clearwater Irrigation. They put my new sprinkler system in my new home at Jack's Beach, and I couldn't be happier. Oh, hey, John.
What's up, Dave? You know what this means. You're going to have to sing.
Man, I can't sing.
Then you'll fit right in, buddy. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. Hit it, Dave.
And drainage, too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
Okay, men, if you're battling fatigue, chronic pain, waning sex drive, performance, any and all, they are fixable, I'm telling you. Doc Busey at Integra Concierge Medicine has the hormonal treatment to get you back to the good old days. Contact him today.
On the field, he brought the boom.
I'll always be a linebacker at heart.
He brings that attitude to the microphone.
I'm Jaguars Today's middle linebacker, Kyle McMahon.
Friday from 10 to noon. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
I'm Taylor Rose with our Remedy Staffing Westside office off of Normandy Boulevard. We are helping great people find great jobs. Remedy has helped some of the best employers in Jacksonville find talented job seekers like you for over 25 years. Our current job openings range from entry-level distribution center pickers to equipment operators. Apply today at remedygoodjobs.com. Don't wait. Apply at remedygoodjobs.com now.
Davey Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Yo, E to the T here, and we've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino? Canceled because real life came calling. My bookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action. All from the comfort of the crib, my boy. I love the live casino. Just go to my bookie and click live casino at the top. You'll find the dealers ready to spin just like you're at the casino. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience with the actions in your hands, and you don't even need to wear pants, my guy. Start at MyBookie today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code 1010XL and a revamped loyalty program that'll ensure the host an exclusive VIP perk. So sign up and hit the casino with promo code 1010XL. The more you play, the more you win. Only with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
This summer, Big Chief Tire is teaming up with local nonprofit V for Victory to support local families impacted by cancer. Frank Frangie here. To participate, donate school supplies at any of Big Chief's locations, including Orange Park, Westside, Blanding, Southside, and Northside locations, and receive 10% off your next service. Together, we can make a difference in the Jacksonville community. Visit BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to see the full wish list and learn more. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Hi, welcome back to the program. It's 8:40. Good morning, Jacksonville. Hanging out here on a Monday, back rocking and rolling. E having his Achilles surgery today.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's going well
not
for
the best to him. That's correct.
Yep. We were talking about the SEC Media Days. The Gators go on Wednesday. Alabama, Mississippi State, Florida, and Texas. Tomorrow you get Georgia right off the rip, and you got Carson Beck going out there, which is a great deal. That's good for him. He'll be, I don't know, is his girlfriend going with him or no? Do we know?
I don't know if the Cavenders will make it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they take their girlfriends with them.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. It may be an opportunity for her. She's
I'm behind on the
TikTok.
girlfriend story. What's the story on this?
One of the Miami twins is what
it's one of the basketball girls.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good.
Basketball and everything else they do.
Yeah, Miami twins.
Models.
Yeah, I don't care much to follow that stuff, but that's good for them.
I asked Denny straight up. I got no comment from him.
Oh.
I threw it right at him the other day.
You asked the tough questions.
I wasn't afraid.
Yeah.
Josh Heupel and Tennessee go after Georgia. And then Oklahoma goes. Their quarterback is Jackson Arnold. And then Missouri with Luther Burden and Brady Cook. Missouri is a very I don't know if it's just because they're way out there under, but they had a great year last year, and they're pretty loaded this year, and they got a really manageable schedule. They're a team that could make some noise.
But if there's if they also fit the bill of the type of program that can have all that going and be 8-4.
Well, yeah.
Remember the year Arizona was going to be number one?
Yeah.
And then you realize the only problem with that is you're Arizona.
Yeah.
So with all due respect to Missouri and the incredible cush schedule they have, I'm not ready to just pencil them into the
I
playoffs.
saw a real neat article on Chris Henry Jr., 16-year-old kid.
Yeah, didn't somebody adopt him? Another player?
Pac-Man took care of him for a few years.
Well, they overcome that then. Huh?
But he's already committed to Ohio State, and they say he could start right now in college. That's how good he is.
His dad played at West Virginia.
Mm-hmm. And his dad was...
with Pac-Man, I guess, probably.
Yeah, his dad died tragically. He fell out of the back of it, jumped up on a pickup truck and fell out of it, hit his head, and passed away in his 20s. And this kid was like 2 years old. So we have a rare July shift in Heisman Trophy odds.
Yeah, it was the Dylan Gabriel got the bump, right?
Let's move past Carson Beck and Quinn Ewers. It's atypical July change for college football's highest honors. I'll tell you this. You don't want to be the favorite for the Heisman Trophy because generally when you're the favorite for the Heisman Trophy, you don't
find
win.
a reason. Yeah, they find a reason to kind of bring you back to the pack.
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel is then Carson Beck, then Quinn Ewers, then Jackson Dart, then Will Howard at Ohio State, then the Tennessee kid, Jalen Milroe, Garrett Nussmeier, Cam Ward, Connor Wiegman. So those are your favorites. Let's see. What do they all have in common? Oh, they're all quarterbacks.
Right. That's because, that's who wins it.
Can there ever be an offensive lineman winning the Heisman?
No, of course not. Yeah.
No way.
No such person exists. Unless some 7 foot, 400 pound, 4'4", 40.
Georgia got one of those over the weekend.
Yeah.
What if it was a guy who was like a 2-time All-American?
Nope.
He gives up had a Baselli-like legend about him in terms of how Baselli wasn't here in the NFL.
No.
It's a headline if he gives up a sack.
The guy who also, by the way, happens to be the biggest draft bust ever, but there's only been one offensive lineman really in our life who's commanded that, and he was nowhere near winning the Heisman. That was Mandrich.
Yeah.
That's the only old line. He had it. He had like the pub. He had the, All
right. How about another position?
Yeah, other position.
Yeah.
I think the question you asked is defense, and it's still right. Only happened once with Woodson.
Has it only happened one time?
Or if that weren't the first, it was the first in a long time. Woodson won.
Right?
I think it's the only time the defense has won.
Quick here. It'll be fun to see. And
so I guess that's where you look. There are other positions.
Daniels, Williams, Young, Devontae Smith in 2020 was a wide receiver. Burrow, Murray, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry won as a running back. Mariota, Winston, Manziel, Griffin, Cam, Mark Ingram won as a running back. Bradford, Tebow, Troy Smith, Reggie Bush won as a running back. Quarterbacks are running backs.
I hadn't been a ton of
as a
receiver. Actually, has a receiver ever won?
Yeah, Devontae Smith won it.
See the
Tim
first?
Brown won it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What am I talking about? Rocket.
Desmond Howard won it.
Did Rocket win it?
Rocket Ishmael.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders won it. I'm just looking if there's any other defense. He might be the only defensive player ever. Johnny Rodgers won it as a wide receiver.
I think Woodson was the only one.
Yeah.
So I think if you're talking about looking for an outlier, it would have
What about Alan the Horse Amici, a fullback for Whiskey?
Mm-hmm.
He won it.
And so began the
Tight end,
legacy of running back.
Leon Hart.
Wow.
Leon Hart won it.
I think Brock Bowers, if he stayed healthy, would have had a chance.
Larry Kelly, the second winner ever from Yale. Yale went back-to-back in 36 and 37. Yeah. Like to see you give them some respect.
It reminds me of the phrase, the game has changed.
Game has changed. Then Davey O'Brien won it at TCU, and the rest is history. So, yeah, only one defensive player. How about that? Can a defensive player win the Heisman Trophy, I guess, is the next question as we go into 2024. With the way the offenses are now, I don't know. The numbers that these boys put up nowadays. I mean, remember what Mac Jones did, and he didn't win. They gave it Mac Jones threw like 41.
Devontae Smith.
Yeah, 41-4.
Yeah. Sometimes too many quarterbacks have won the Heisman because they're throwing to 2 or 3 great receivers.
Yeah, that happened.
That's too many. So I have no problem.
Joe Burrow threw to great receivers, and
I mean, I think we've seen since the difference in those two.
Yeah. So it's fun. Anyway, we'll see which quarterback wins it this year, I guess is what.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite?
No, I don't. I like to see it. Like I'd take off the top. Now look, I was talking about this the other day. The expectations put on Carson Beck's shoulders are as high as anyone that there can be. There can't be any more expectation. He is supposed to lead Georgia to an undefeated national championship. Mm-hmm. He is supposed to win the Heisman Trophy. Mm-hmm. He is supposed to be the number 1 overall pick in the draft. What else could there be?
What odds would you? I mean, you wouldn't have to give me huge odds to play that. I think those 3 things. I don't know. I think that
I would go against it just because it's next to impossible.
The fact that you're talking about a person who could,
how can you do that?
He could legitimately do that. That could legitimately be done. First of all, he really only has to do one of those, and all 3 will happen.
Well,
if he leads Georgia to an undefeated national title, he'll win the Heisman, and he'll be the number 1 pick. So he really only has to do that one. And he can. There's also the potential that he doesn't do that and still wins all 3. But if Georgia goes undefeated and wins the Natty, I would think that Beck would be the Heisman winner and then the number 1 pick.
He completed 72% of his passes last year, 302 of 417 for 3,941 yards. 24 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Again, he did not have a ton of touchdowns. If he had the same numbers, that won't get you the Heisman.
Probably bigger numbers this year, though, wouldn't you think?
That would not get you the Heisman.
Probably not.
Even if they're undefeated. I'm going to tell you why, because there's somebody else who's going to play the game with 42 touchdowns.
Maybe.
And he doesn't run, so that doesn't add to it, Jeff.
Maybe that's incumbent on you Heisman voters to kind of to rectify that.
I don't like what you just did there.
Well, because here's the reality is this. If Carson Beck, say, only throws 28 touchdowns.
You Heisman voters. I felt like that was.
If Carson Beck only throws 28 touchdowns and they win the national championship, only has 2 picks or whatever, and they win the Natty, then I think at some point you ought to be able to juxtapose and say, well, you know what? If Carson Beck were playing for his old.
It's going to be, I'll tell you this.
Playing for Oregon, he'd have 50 touchdowns.
I'll tell you this. This will be interesting. The playoffs are longer now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be voting on the Heisman merely as a regular season, and then somebody takes off in the playoffs. They definitely will not be Heisman eligible.
Well, you know, I would like the Heisman to be in the middle of January every year. I'd like for you to consider everything.
That would be
honest.
interesting.
But especially now with a playoff, that's fair. It's not quite as long if you're a top 4 seed. It's only an 18 playoff. I'm going to say
this, and this is not against Carson Beck. I think Carson Beck has a better chance of being the first overall pick than winning the Heisman because of the way he plays. How about that?
I don't know
do you follow me?
Yeah, I do hear what you're saying, but I look at what Georgia's, tell me what Stetson Bennett threw, Dan.
Did he win the Heisman?
No, my point
is,
my point is whatever Stetson Bennett threw, Beck will do better. Find me Bennett's best year.
But stand by. But before we do that,
didn't Stetson Bennett go to the Heisman finals?
Hang on.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels, last year, the Heisman Trophy winner, 40-4.
Yeah.
Okay. On top of 1,134 rushing yards and 10 more rushing touchdowns.
Outstanding statistical year. But that was last year. We're talking about who's going to win it this year.
But I'm telling you, someone will do that this year.
And I guess what the question that has to be asked, and you can't do it in sports, it's impossible. We do it all the time, whether you're talking about GOAT
but you're going to ask it.
But, the question is this. Okay, let's say this year that's Dylan Gabriel.
Here's Stetson Bennett, by the way. 68% Carson had 72.
I just want the touchdown numbers only.
27-7 and 29-7.
So, yeah, 30. That's probably what he'll do.
Kind of what they do at
That's
Georgia.
what they do. That's right. He probably won't be much more than 30. So the question you have to ask yourself is this. Let's say Dylan Gabriel is 11-1 has Bo Nix's numbers.
Right.
Okay? And then Carson Beck has 30 touchdowns, 4 picks, and goes undefeated, and they're number 1 in the country.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
You have to ask yourself, if Carson Beck were at Oregon, would he have 40 touchdowns, 4 picks?
Right.
And at the same time, if Dylan Gabriel were at Georgia, would they be undefeated at number 1? And those questions aren't like
hypothesis.
That's right. They're not definite answers. And when you vote before it's over, you have to do that even more, though. That's why I'd like to
I will say this. Oregon will get better tested, a little Big Ten in there, right? Now Oregon plays,
I am not on board. This Oregon love right now. You see him number 1 in some of the polls.
No. Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Oregon's top 3 or 5 in every preseason poll, Dan. Okay.
I love Lanning.
They do, and he's done a great job.
He has done a great job.
Yeah, he's done a great job at what he did. He didn't take over some, ready-made.
How is Dylan Gabriel?
He's like on his 5th school, isn't he?
This is what's wrong with college football.
Started at UCF.
So he's 3 years at UCF, 2 years at Oklahoma, and now 1 year for Oregon.
Yeah,
what are we doing, man?
Didn't he not go to USC at one point?
No. And he's making, and by the way, making some serious cash money too now.
Collecting checks.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, no, I guess. Hell yeah, he's making money.
Orlando Pace, was he a Heisman finalist? Getting another O-line vote
think
there.
He was.
I'm just talking about the kind of hype that wins the Heisman. Yeah. Mandrich is the only O-lineman of my life.
That's fair. We got to take a break. We'll keep it rolling.
I got a couple of speed traps I want to get out before we do that. Brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories. We got one, speed trap Merrill Road, heading towards the Wonderwood Mayport Expressway there. And then another one leaving Beach on Atlantic at the Intercoastal Bridge. So if you're coming, I guess that will be west over the Intercoastal on Atlantic, speed trap there as well. Both brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
Brunell sloughs it downfield looking for Keenan in the end zone. Keenan leaps, makes the catch. Touchdown Jacksonville. Touchdown Jacksonville. 31 yards.
The home of the home team you grew up with. 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Did you know you can charge the all-new Honda Electric Prologue in the same receptacle as your phone? You don't need any special charging stations at your home. Simply plug in your Honda or your phone. See your local Honda dealer now. We're electrified.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Dave and Ammon here with Zero Res. So Ammon, you have worked for Zero Res since you were 9 years old. What makes Zero Res the right choice for cleaning carpets and tile?
I can think of 3 simple reasons. We have the best process, the best people, and our promise to do the best cleaning possible every time.
So what deals does Zero Res offering for this month?
July is National Carpet Cleaning Month, so for home carpet cleaning, we're offering $49 per room, and for businesses, we're offering 20% off.
Sounds like a great time to get your carpets cleaned. Zero Res.
Spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hi, I'm David Lane, your average everyday Joe. I'm 5 months out of my back surgery with Southeast Orthopedic, and I'm doing great. Thanks to Dr. Herford and his staff at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, it's Roger Moore, CEO of Loan Pronto. If you're like me, you're getting crushed by rising costs of everything these days. I get it. It's brutal, and credit card rates are ridiculous and going higher. That's why at Loan Pronto, we launched our Express Equity Line of Credit to bring you the relief you and your family need, using your home, your most valuable asset. We've helped thousands of people like you get fast relief with cash. The average homeowner who does this gets tens of thousands in just days and is able to save $850 per month in overall expenses. I'm talking life-changing money. Your money that you have access to right now. Listen, if you're ready to get control of your finances and get off the hamster wheel, call Loan Pronto. You can get approved for Express Equity Line of Credit in just minutes, and we can get you your cash in less than a week. Stop digging a deeper credit card hole today. Call Loan Pronto now. 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. LoanPronto.com. 904-999-1508.
Equal housing lender. NMLS 166-1781. Subject to lender approval. NMLS consumeraccess.org.
Hey folks, Hicken here for Zero Res. You and I know Zero Res loves cleaning carpets in your home, but did you know Zero Res can also clean the carpets where you work? Yeah, take a look at the floors where you work, and if they need cleaning, maybe suggest to the boss they call Zero Res. Why? Because the month of July, Zero Res is offering 20% off all commercial carpet cleaning. Call Zero Res and they'll come out and give you a free estimate on what it'll take to get the job done. Zero Res, man, you spell it forwards. Zero Res, you spell it back. It's the right way to clean.
Your cooling system isn't working. Maybe somebody showed up with a portable electronic device. Then they discussed with you what your options are. Maybe they gave you an estimate that seems like an awful lot of money. What's the smart thing to do? When the situation merits a second opinion, get a Mike Merritt opinion. Yes, the Mike Merritt Comfort Team shows up with hand tools. We've never been able to fix an air conditioning problem with a tablet. Mike Merritt has been the trusted name for more than 30 years because there's never any hocus pocus. The Merritt team will walk you through the diagnostic steps up close and personal and show you exactly what you need. And the Mike Merritt price is likely to be far less because there's never an overtime charge, and the Merritt team doesn't work on commission. So remember, when it comes to the health of your cooling system, a second opinion can only help, and a Mike Merritt opinion can save you money. Florida license CACO 50384.
Facing a DUI charge or even a boating under the influence charge? Well, I'm your man, DUI lawyer Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. 285-4LAW. Once again, 285-4LAW.
Hey folks, it's Mike Dempsey for Pella Windows and Doors. Now you probably heard me mention that errant golf ball that led us to replace our windows. And obviously, if I'm investing in my home's appearance and comfort, I want the best. Well, now my new Pella windows are installed and they look fantastic. And we've already noticed a difference in outside noise reduction and energy savings. So if you need to replace your windows or doors, visit my friends at the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway or check them out online at PellaJacks.com. That's Pella Windows and Doors.
This is Hayes Carlion for Skylife Elite. Have you ever thought about aircraft ownership as another potential revenue stream and as a tool for tax savings? Put your tax money to work for you while enjoying the benefits of private personal travel. Skylife Elite has over a decade of experience in business aviation and can guide you through the process with their expert staff. Call my friends over at Skylife Elite at 490-9332 or find them at flyskylife.com to get the rundown on everything owning an airplane can do for you.
Lauren Brooks here from Mayport CNC Fisheries. At my house, we had a feast from Mayport CNC Fisheries with the freshest shrimp around, and it was unbelievable. They also have oysters, scallops, mahi, and so much more. Want to eat like a local? Head to the beach and visit my friends at Mayport CNC Fisheries.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by PrimeMen'sMedical.com. Jaguar head coach Doug Peterson is counting on the new approach on defense to present a better pass rush.
Sort of the new approach that he has with our defense, and guys like Josh and Trayvon and the addition of Eric Armstead and guys like that can really help us in the pass rush.
The Jacksonville Sharks of the Indoor Football League fell to the Green Bay Blizzards over the weekend. The Sharks left some points on the field, which ended up costing them the game. Next, the Sharks will face the Quad City Steamwheelers in their last home game of the season this Saturday. The Jacksonville Jaguars and Everbank Stadium partners will host a job fair today at Everbank Stadium, presented by the Jaguar Guest Experience Department. The hiring event aims to fill thousands of part-time positions for all 2024 home games and other
other stadium events throughout the season. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
83 degrees at 8:59. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
With the 6th pick of the 2024 MLB Draft, the Kansas City Royals select Jack Caglianone, a two-way player from the University of Florida.
They say two-way. He's going to be a hitter in the bigs, I think. But I'm very sky-high on Jack Caglianone. I hope he's happy to go to Kansas City. A nice slot there. It's about $7-8 million bucks, so good for him. Well-deserved. And I think he'll be the best of the top 10, but we'll see. And there's some good baseball players. I just was shocked he went so low. I mean, I don't know what more you want. 6'5", 240-pound guy can hit it to the moon and back. They said last night he could be a left-handed Aaron Judge with the ceiling. Yeah. I mean, I'd take that risk. They must. I mean,
I feel he's
over a second
baseman. Not like he fell down in the 20s. The one thing that those guys all had that went ahead of him, they were all 400 hitters with high 20s homers. Even that little second baseman.
So was Caglianone.
No, I know that.
It's not like he hit 310.
My point is that the guys going before him weren't hitting 310 with 20 homers. They all had.
All right, I'm going to shift gears here. I'm going to ask you, both of you, a tough question here.
I'll get the answer.
Based on accomplishment, who are the 3 worst teams in the NFL over the last 15 years? Who are the 3 worst teams in the NFL based on accomplishment over the last 15 years? Jeff, you get the first guess.
So 15 goes back to 15. What year?
Well, about 2010, say. 2010, 2009, whatever. Take your pick.
Man, it's hard.
2008? I don't know.
Yeah, well, the Jaguars are 100%.
No, incorrect.
That's not incorrect.
Based on accomplishment. That's your first guess.
So it's not win-loss percentage. That's not accomplishment.
No, that's not what I said.
All right.
That's not what I said.
I'm sorry. I assume that part of accomplishment was your winning record.
Gibby, would you like to guess a team, please?
Yes, I'll say Carolina.
Carolina, that's a good guess, but no, that's incorrect, Gibby. That's incorrect.
All right, you got to find teams that haven't been to the
Carolina
playoffs.
has won a conference championship in the last 15 years.
I guess they did.
You got to find teams. How about the
waiting for a guess here.
No, the problem is this time frame.
Based
you can't
on
remember
accomplishment, let's just guess a team. It's okay.
The Cardinals.
The Cardinals is a good guess, but that's also incorrect, Jeff. They won a divisional playoff game in the last 15
Raiders
years.
for sure.
The Raiders are one of the worst teams in the NFL, one of the 3 worst teams in the NFL over the last 15 years based on accomplishment. Gibby, would you like to guess another one?
Yes, I would.
Okay, wonderful.
Let's see. I'm going to say the Browns.
The Browns, no, they won a wild card game, Gibby, so that would be incorrect. Jeff, would you like to guess another team? The Jets is a very good guess. Where are the
Dolphins?
The Dolphins. There we go.
They haven't won.
Dolphins. The Jets did win a divisional playoff game in the last 15 years. The Dolphins,
they haven't won
the
since
Raiders, and Washington.
Washington. Should have got that one. Yeah.
Well, here's what's encouraging.
Washington just a couple of years ago was in the postseason.
Didn't win a playoff game. They've won nothing based on accomplishment. Their best playoff accomplishment in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Nothing.
If you'd have said postseason accomplishments, then I'd gone different answers. I was thinking more like including winning percentage.
New England and Kansas City won multiple
Is
Super Bowls.
last place finish an accomplishment? I guess the Jags got credit for that one.
New England and Kansas City have won multiple Super Bowls. New Orleans, Green Bay, the Giants, the Ravens, the Seahawks, the Broncos, the Eagles, the Bucks, and the Rams have all won Super Bowls. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all right there for you, Jacksonville. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 teams with Super Bowl titles in the last 15 years. I mean, what about us? Conference champions, the Niners, Colts, the Steelers, the Panthers, the Falcons, and the Bengals. Divisional playoff game winners, the Jets, the Vikings, the Bears, the Cardinals, the Jaguars, the Titans, the Bills, and the Lions. Oh, the Bills are way down there for a well-accomplished team. A wild card game win, the Texans, the Stars, the Cowboys, the Browns, and the Chargers, and nothing.
It's interesting to look at that and see that the Jags are right where everyone that hasn't been to a Super Bowl is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They've been to a conference championship game. They did it in 2017.
Yeah. What about your boy? Again, going back to, today's the day, EA Sports downloaded at 4 o'clock, I guess, is what you can do. I don't know how all it works.
Again,
Don't ask me any questions.
I'm going to repeat what I said earlier today. I'm glad that we just missed that generation. I would have wasted a lot of my life if I'd have loved video games like I know I would have loved them had they come out when,
yes.
you know.
Anyway, the boys, T. Hunter.
Travis Hunter?
Yeah, Travis Hunter, and maybe Shador. I can't see who it is in the little picture there. I don't know. I don't think it's Shador.
Doing a live stream?
Yeah, it might be Shador. Yeah,
it was Shador.
Shador and Travis Hunter are playing the new Colorado, and the guy says, is the O-line realistic? As Shador's running around, and Travis Hunter says, yeah, very realistic. They can't block for nothing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Trav.
That's the same guys. Yeah,
We're all going to get along swimmingly,
That must have been this weekend. I saw that quote
We're going to get along great. Yeah. It's going to be a great year
Let me tell you where watching dudes live stream video games would rank on my list of, like, entertainment priority.
Yeah.
Somewhere between 1 million and 1 billion. Like, if I'm going to think of things, and I get it, man, each has their own. People say the same thing about me watching the silly YouTube golf, right? I mean, as to what you is. I mean, obviously, it's very popular. Those guys on TikTok and the, what was it, Fortnite, right? Those types of games. These guys make a lot of money doing that stuff.
No question. Our Dream Finders Homes poll question, just to update with just a few minutes left. Best thing we saw this weekend, it's EA Sports College Football 25 debuts, 52% of 430 votes. Second place, McIntyre putt to win. Spain winning the Euro, and then the Tigers stunning the Dodgers 2 times. The Dodgers blew like a 9-3 lead in the 9th, and then the next day lost again, but both pale in comparison to what those Yankees did against the O's yesterday. They're about to sweep the O's, move back into first place.
Threw up all over themselves.
And in the 9th, after taking the lead,
on a home run.
3-run homer in the top of the 9th, Volpe boots one, and then I don't know what Verdugo was thinking. He took a step in, and the ball went over his head. He turned around to go get it. No shot, and he fell.
And Volpe's a good defender, too, so they were incredibly shocked. I will say this. It's
By
great,
the way,
it's great timing.
Yeah.
I am going to say this.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this.
Say it.
It's great. It's great timing for the success of the NCAA debut in today's poll question. That's not exactly the thickest competition that a poll question has had, right? I mean, we're going to a Detroit Tigers baseball game and then, international golf.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, ESPN is listed. Here we go. We've been waiting all summer for it. The top 10 quarterbacks, execs, coaches, and scouts rank the NFL's top 10 QBs. Are we going to slide in, yes or no? Probably not.
He's right there, man. He's between 8 and 12 everywhere.
Here we go. We'll start at the top, and we'll see what happens. Number 1.
I'm going to say no.
I will say no as well. I think he's more like 12, but I don't care.
No, he might be. All right, number 1 is, obviously, it's Mahomes.
Yes. Highest ranking 1, lowest ranking 2.
Seriously, dude.
Yeah.
Who's putting anyone ahead of Mahomes? Yeah. What kind of...
Number 2, the second best quarterback. Ooh, getting a lot of love. Wow. From coaches, execs, and scouts.
Josh Allen.
Joe Burrow.
That's because he won, but that's...
They love Joe Burrow. All right, number 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Allen.
Josh Allen. Highest ranking 1, lowest ranking 6, last year's ranking 4, 27 years old. Josh Allen, number 3. Number 4, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to say they go Lamar.
Lamar Jackson. Highest ranking 2, lowest ranking 5, last year's ranking 7. Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP. Career highs in attempts, completion percentage, and yards per attempt. Number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Number 5 is, also getting a lot of love here, is an older guy, Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I was going to say
Stafford.
5. That's awful high. Well, Trevor might sneak in there because here's the group that you've got coming up, right? Mm-hmm. You've got the Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, Jordan Love, C.J. Stroud, Trevor, Jalen Hurts.
Let's see where we go here. All right, we're 5. We're going
I bet you Hurts is 6. Or maybe Justin Herbert we haven't mentioned.
We're going to number 6. Number 6, Justin Hebert. They love Herbie.
Well, especially now,
out of the top 10 at times, highest ranking 3, 30-32 career record as a starter. That's what critics point to, but not all his fault. Certainly, we'll see what happens with Harbaugh coming in. Number 7.
I say they go C.J. Stroud.
C.J. Stroud, that's correct. C.J. Stroud, last year's ranking N.A., not available. C.J. Stroud at number 7 appeared on nearly 90% of the ballots. He's as good as anybody, honestly. A veteran NFC scout said, a lot of love for C.J. Stroud. Led the NFL in passing yards per game.
I'm going to guess we now go to Hurts.
Number 8 is...
Although they don't like Hurts as a passer very much.
Number 8, he's highest ranking 3, lowest ranking out of the top 10. Last year's ranking 4, Aaron.
That's too high.
Aaron, old and injured is not the typical description of a top 10 quarterback. The oldest active quarterback in the NFL, set to become the 6th in history to start 10-plus games at age 40 or older, we think. Probably fringe top 10, but still has a rare ability to throw the football, said an AFC exec. Aaron, number 8. Number 9. Now, of course, if you said, would you rather have, that would be a different question. These are rankings.
They love Jordan Love. He's got to pop in here somewhere, maybe.
Number 9, Jared Goff.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think deservedly so.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Jared Goff, age
again,
29.
there's a lot of similarities here in these guys.
A lot of similarities.
Trevor, Tua, Hurts will be 10, right? I mean,
2-year run, one of the league's best success stories in recent years. Discarded by the Rams for Matthew Stafford, suffered a career low in passing for a 3-win Lions teams, but since 2022, second in passing yards and touchdown interception ratio. Been very good for the Lions. And lastly, number 10. We only have the top 10, Jeff Prosser.
And this is ESPN. All right,
ESPN coaches, execs, and scouts.
It's going to be. It's going to be Love or Hurts.
Love or Hurts. He says it's Love or Hurts. It's neither of those. It's Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott.
Probably a little bit underrated because of his postseason. As a regular season quarterback, he's been certainly as productive as anyone.
The Dak dilemma persists. Consistently very good, but outside of the top tier despite huge numbers. Second consecutive year, Prescott appeared on the majority of ballots, a slight improvement, but the only quarterback in the top 10 without a single top 6 vote.
Well, it's interesting how much better quarterback play
Honorable mention. Honorable mention. You ready for honorable mention, Jeff Prosser?
Well, yeah, that'll be Purdy, Love, Trevor, Hurts.
Honorable mention. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable mention, Brock Purdy. One of the best stories, 17-4 as a starter, near Super Bowl winner, MVP finalist. Jordan Love caught fire over the last 8 games, flashes brilliance. 18 touchdowns, 1 pick from week 11 to 18. Dangerous inside the pocket, 70.5 QBR. Jalen Hurts, after a year 3 star turn that garnered a Super Bowl appearance, Hurts played dipped in 2023. Tua Tagovailoa did what he needed to do in 2023, play a full 17 games, inevitably leads to big numbers.
All that judo practice, it worked.
Kirk Cousins.
Well, he's all fair, man.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence.
Now, this is not ranked at this point. They're just including the ones that fall after that?
Apparently not. They're putting them in order of honorable mention and how they voted because he said about Trevor, surprisingly, last year's number 8 quarterback fell 8 spots in the voting.
Yeah, okay.
Turnovers are the primary issue. 60 through 3 seasons. A league high 21 last year. You can't have a league high and be a top 10.
Back to a topic, a narrative that we talked about earlier. What was C.J. Stroud on your list? Right there?
Was he 8?
Well, I think he was.
Yeah.
I mean, the Texans are the Jags this year.
Oh, I know. I think people are tired of waiting on him, said an AFC scout. I do think he'll put it all together eventually. He should be in the top 10. Added a veteran NFL personnel evaluator.
2 years, man. He's 24.
He's going to be a little streaky and have moments where he disappears, but when he gets hot, Jacksonville is dangerous. Also receiving votes, Murray and Mayfield. So Trevor just sneaks in in the upper half.
Listen, I will say this. After Mahomes, none of those guys, man. Only Burrow's been to Super Bowl, right? Aaron.
I
mean, this is a very. I mean, this is a young, and you're also now, Dan. There's another dynamic. You got these young dudes that are getting a lot of money early in life.
Yeah.
Are guys going to play till they're 40 when they make $275 million by the time they're 30? I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you keep playing. You know, that's one thing you can appreciate about Tiger. I saw Tiger's old bones over there in the wind, in the dark skies.
Bones. He's out there grinding,
playing a practice round at Royal Troon.
Yeah.
I will say this about the British. It gives us like this old man stories.
Yeah, it does.
You know, Watson, Greg Norman was like 56, 57, was in contention until the end. Ernie Els, I think, won in his 40s. Anyway, we'll take a quick break. It's Monday Morning Quarterback. DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
There's a new one-stop shop for all things Florida State. Subscribe to 1010XL Seminoles YouTube channel, up-to-the-minute updates, analysis, and more. Plant the spear and subscribe to 1010XL Seminoles channel today.
All right, gang, Hicken here for Beaches Dermatology. Doctors Boudreaux and Metz, they and myself want to remind you to wear the sunscreen. It is hot. The oven is on in Jacksonville, man. We are the Sunshine State. And if you're out golfing or hanging at the beach or fishing or at your kid's game, put on the sunscreen, man. Otherwise, you're going to go see Dr. Fader for some Mohs surgery. You don't want to do that. He'll take good care of you, but you'd rather not do it. And by the way, make sure you bring the screen. Listen, if you happen to have any concerns on your skin right now, go see my guys, Boudreaux and Metz. They're the best in the business. They've been taking care of me for decades and taking care of me well. Give Beaches Dermatology a call online at beachesdermatology.com.
At Hodges Mazda, what Mazda moves you? Find out. Take advantage of 0% APR on our versatile lineup of 2024 Mazda crossover SUVs. Lauren Brooks here. Choose from the off-road ready 2024 Mazda CX-50, the stylish 2024 Mazda CX-30, or the tailored-for-you Mazda CX-5. With 0% APR for 36 months, you'll find your perfect CUV. Our professional non-commissioned sales team always puts your best interests first, and you'll get 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at hodgesmazda.com. See dealer for details. Terms and fees for qualified applicants expires July 31st, 2024.
A no-risk, all-rewards path to real weight loss. If you're not happy with your Awaken 180 results in the first week, get 100% of your money back. No risk, but every reward. With the solution for weight loss, awaken180weightloss.com.
Cross, I'm thinking about changing my name.
Again? You're already the media mogul, the straw that stirs the drink, the Duke of Pablo Bay. Now what?
Refer to me as Dreamfinders Danny Hicken.
What in the blazes? Is this a cash grab?
No, it's just that I believe so much in Dreamfinders Homes. 20 locations in Northeast Florida, official home builder of Jags and Gators. Great opportunity for first-time homeowners.
All right, Dreamfinders Danny it is.
Did I mention the lowest interest rates you can find? Visit dreamfindershomes.com. Now let Dreamfinders Danny celebrate through the majesty of song. Dreamfinders,
oh, brother.
I believe they will build your
stop.
home just right.
Denny Thompson here. Tackle burglars and protect your turf. Give yourself peace of mind catching everything around your home with Tyson Sound & Security's cutting-edge surveillance cameras. For safety and convenience, Tyson has you covered for all home cameras and security systems. I'm talking HD recording, night vision, and remote alerts all from your phone or computer. Call Tyson Sound & Security right now at 904-762-1000. Tyson Sound & Security. Security and automation experts.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
The back nine is as tough as any finish in the world.
It's been exciting to watch. I'll tell you what, we have seen it all today.
1010XL's coverage of the Open Championship in Scotland is brought to you by Vaughn Motor Group. Follow the leaders on 1010XL.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have been helping first-time home buyers with their mortgage financing all over Florida for 34 years. First-time home buyers can get no or low down payments, anywhere from 0 to 3.5% down. As a first-time home buyer with Trustline Mortgage, you get added benefits for doing your loan with us, like lower rates on your mortgage insurance and lower closing costs. Oh, and did I forget to mention that Trustline gives first-time home buyers better mortgage interest rates? Here's the bottom line. Trustline Mortgage wants to help first-time home buyers accomplish your goal of home ownership. That's why Trustline Mortgage is offering the best first-time home buyer benefits around, period. Trustline Mortgage delivers with no and low down payments, lower closing costs, and better interest rates. Call Trustline Mortgage today at 381-LOAN. Yes, 381-LOAN to find out how we can help you buy your dream home. Or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing opportunity. MLS number 331480.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Has someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI, domestic violence, and all criminal offenses. In your battle with the justice system, there's only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645. 354-5645.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
There's certain places you know if you go in, they got what you're looking for, like Gate Convenience Stores and Cold Modelo's. That's the ticket. Or get on the craft side of things with something from Bold City or Sweetwater. Hit the cooler at Gate, full of choices and all of them good.
1010XL Weekly is out now. Mia here, and text the word weekly to subscribe to our new 1010XL newsletter and for a chance to win Jaguars and concert tickets. Get an inside look at local sports, trending players, station info, and chances to win prizes all year long.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
That's right, the dance party.
Let's go!
It's a Monday morning quarterback, divorcemenonly.com, protecting the rights of men and all family law issues.
Come on!
This is a... I don't This is an amazing stat to me. I don't know what this speaks to. Does this speak to the parity, or does this speak to the, every year there's 7 new in and 7 new out when it comes to the NFL playoffs? But I've been sent a chart here, Dan. I love charts. I'm working off a chart this morning.
Okay.
And it's simply a chart of the 32 teams in the NFL. It lists the last time, the last season, the last year that each team finished last in their division.
Okay.
So for the Jags, you'd have to go back to what? 2021.
Okay.
They were in last place.
Mm-hmm.
And in some ways, you could say, well, this isn't all that surprising. This list is going to have 8 teams with a super serious recency bias. Last year's teams would be 8.
Okay.
But I did find it at least a bit surprising here in today's Daily's Double Take, brought to you by The Dash. Pure deliciousness each and every morning, noon, and night. How many of the 32 teams in the NFL have had a last place finish in the last 5 years? 5 years.
How many teams?
We can even go, let's go 4. I want to. In the last 4 years, how many of the league's 32 teams have had a last place finish?
A dozen.
Yeah. 18 teams in the NFL in the last 4 years have been last place teams. Yeah. 18 of the 32. And if you go back to the last 6 years, you're at 24.
Woo. Yeah, it's all cyclical.
And this also adds to another, all right, pop quiz music. I'm going to do a daggum pop quiz. You going to tell me you did this on Monday also?
Maybe.
All right, here we go. I need to know the 5 teams with the longest. It's been the longest since they had a last place finish.
Okay, 5 teams that have not been.
The 5 teams who have not been. Yeah,
the Steelers got to be one of them.
That's
winning record.
Yeah, here's the crazy thing, dude. 1988.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you just a spoiler. 17 years better. No. Yeah, 17 years better than the next team.
All right.
There's another team a lot like the Steelers.
Winning record.
They're just always.
When? What? How far?
Okay, you want me to give you the years?
Yeah.
The Steelers were 98. The team that is in 5th was 88. I'm sorry. The team that was in 5th is 2012.
Okay.
Last time. And then 2011 for number 4, 2008 for number 3, and 2005 for number 2. Which is also impressive.
How about Seattle?
Seattle 2021. Bottomed out. Yeah.
Son of a beast. Sorry, Seattle.
That was the year that Arizona was good. And Kyler was going to win the MVP.
How about
this team? To me is like the
Dallas had it picked.
Yeah,
Not
this
Dallas.
team. Dallas is 2015. This team is the NFC's version of the Steelers.
The Chiefs have won 8 in a row. So
2012 for the Chiefs. Not going to talk you off of it. Haven't been in last place since 2012. That's a nice run.
Yeah.
This team, the team that's second in 2005, they are the NFC's version of the Steelers.
What about the Packers?
The Packers.
Yeah.
The Packers. Which, and again, it helps if you've got a Lions or a Bears. You know, it helps if you've got a really bad team in your division.
Yeah. How about, is there 2 more?
Yeah, you're missing 2 more. One from the NFC, one from the AFC.
It can't be the Patriots because they just finished last. Otherwise, they would have been a good pick.
Yeah, they're last year, 2023.
Yeah. I'm afraid to pick. What are the years I'm looking for?
11 and 8.
8, so it's been a while.
2008's an NFC team. 2011's an AFC team, and surprising.
Gibby, what about I'm torn between 2. How about tell me if I got one of these 2 right. Broncos or Bills?
The Bills are close. They're 2013.
Okay.
No, the Broncos bottomed out a couple years ago.
Did they?
Yeah.
I thought they'd been just maybe
2020,
bottom out
2020, 2022 they were in last place.
All right. So then I don't know. Who is it? Who's the
2008's the Saints.
Wow.
Who've been just pretty good with Breeze. And
never
then they went
guess
to,
them, though.
Yeah. They've had quarterback play.
When I look at the NFC South, I feel like they rotate. You know, every year they rotate.
This one's, the winner does, but not necessarily the worst team.
Yeah.
This one shocked me.
Okay.
It's a Jags division team. The Colts.
I almost said them.
2011.
Wow.
Titans last year.
Yeah.
Jags 21.
Yeah.
Where are the Texans even on this list?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Texans 22. Yeah, there you go. 23, 22, 21.
Yeah, that was good.
Good for the Colts, 2011, huh?
Yeah. That's a part of it, man. You don't want to bottom out, you know?
I have a
By the way, I was thinking about you the other day
You
when
were.
they started talking about the Cooper Flagg kid. What's his name?
Yeah, Cooper Flagg is the basketball.
I think he's Fanny's grandson.
Fanny Flagg, remember her?
Is that correct?
Fanny.
Is Cooper Flagg related to Fanny Flagg?
I mean, there's not a lot of flags, but Fanny Flagg. That is like so 70s game show.
Match game.
Back in the day, dude, there were celebrities who were only game show players. They did nothing else. They were celebrities because they were, at least as a kid, that's what they seemed to me.
Well, I was thinking, so like they're all raving about this Cooper Flagg kid. Like,
yeah, he's going to Duke, right?
Yeah. Well, for one.
Yeah, for one.
He's the number 1 pick next year.
Correct.
You got the number 1 pick this year.
Of course, I know. That's what I said. Yes. Leave it to it's so Atlanta. It's such the Atlanta that the year you have the number 1 pick, you don't have the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, or there's no number 1 guy. I did see that Risa Shea had a decent debut in the first game. He had 18 points, but last night it was just,
You kind of come
Risa
back.
Shea.
Coming back to me on the Bronny thing a little bit.
I should be a Rice sacker. No, I'm not. No.
You don't care?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's $1,000. It's like the biggest no-brainer move ever. I just don't find it to be as big as, if you're the Lakers, don't you? If LeBron had told the Knicks, if you use your first-round pick on Bronny, I'll come sign with you, would you have wanted him to do it?
I would have taken him, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
right? So that makes sense that they would do it.
I feel like the kid's in a bad spot. He's just not good enough to play. He looks small in the rookie league. He looks overmatched in the rookie league.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not super invested, but I would agree with you.
I'm not either.
I don't think he's going to be.
I saw one game, and I've seen enough.
Well, I would have said the same thing about Trae Young, so there's that.
Well, there you go. All right, let's do this. Let's grab a break.
Okay.
We'll come back. We'll do some trending. Do some other stuff as well. We got it cooking.
Can I give you a...
No.
As we head there,
no,
everything is bettable these days, right? Between your DraftKings and your this, that, and the other.
Bettable.
Bettable, yeah.
Bettable. Bettable suggests that we'll be on a mattress under the covers.
Bettable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bettable.
Everything is bettable.
Can I give you a nice kind of dark horse? These are great odds. I don't understand these on the home run derby tonight.
Okay. What do you got?
I got Jose Ramirez as plus 1,300. He's like, of the 8 guys, he's like 6th in the odds. It doesn't make sense to me. And they're changing this. He's one of those dudes that ran out of gas one year. I mean, Ramirez has had terrible luck. He's lost. Like, it's not head-to-head anymore. Like, before you went head-to-head in the first round, so if you lost, you were over, whereas now they all go in the top 4 advance. That's how it should be. And so Ramirez would have advanced in previous years. I don't know. It just seems like a good one to me.
All right,
I'll be rooting for my guy, Marcel Ozuna. I'm Ozuna from the Braves.
Bear, the polar bear is back. He's hit 1 home run in like 50 at-bats, so he should be hot tonight.
He hit 3 this weekend. Where have you been?
Bear?
Oh, you're a bear. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking.
I got a polar bear, man.
We got a bear
I thought
too.
you were making fun of Ozuna, who's the
is he a bear?
Yeah, he's the big bear. That's
He's
his
not
nickname.
a bear.
He's always been the big bear.
No, the polar bear is the bear.
I know. Well,
I didn't even know he was the big bear. You knew he was the polar bear.
Only because you sit
This
here
is the
every
drill
day. Yeah.
on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Go inside your home team's locker room with Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline.
Check out my blog at 1010XL.com.
So you can catch all the news and nuggets you need to know.
My blog is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing,
where quality and experience count.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Yo, E to the T here, and we've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino? Canceled because real life came calling. MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action. All from the comfort of the crib, my boy. I love the live casino. Just go to MyBookie and click Live Casino at the top. You'll find the dealers ready to spin just like you're at the casino. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience with the actions in your hands, and you don't even need to wear pants, my guy. Start at MyBookie today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code 1010XL and a revamped loyalty program that'll ensure the host an exclusive VIP perk. So sign up and hit the casino with promo code 1010XL. The more you play, the more you win. Only with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
July 15th, 1960, Baltimore's future Baseball Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson goes 5 for 5, including the cycle and the Orioles' 5-2 win over the Chicago White Sox.
If you're an experienced, skilled plumber or welder that's MedGas certified and you're tired of working for a company that just doesn't treat you right, Local 234 is the place for you. Their pay is the best in the business. You'll walk away with $35.09 an hour in your pocket. With benefits, that's just over $50 an hour. Local 234 has been around since 1901, and that means something. Visit UA234.com to send your resume. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
If you've played sports or still lead an active life, chances are joint pain is nothing new. This is Dr. George Barry of Barry Orthopedics, and we like to be your option when it comes to taking care of your body and getting back in the game. From shoulders to elbows to hip and knee pain, Barry Orthopedics can diagnose and treat a variety of injuries that are causing you pain. We are Barry Orthopedics and online at barryorthopedics.com. With more than 30 years of experience, our team is here to care for your entire family.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
Mark Watson for Hardball Creative. Free promo tip. Put your logo on golf balls and give them to clients who are bad golfers. More hacks equals more exposure. Trust me, it's science. Hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Hurricane season on the First Coast can leave you in the dark, so why not get a head start on storm season with a home generator system from American Electrical? They've sold and installed more generators in Jacksonville than any other company around, with scores of whole home generator installations throughout North Florida. That's right, American Electrical has been installing and repairing thousands of generators for over a decade in Duval. Keep your loved ones and property protected. Log on to american-electrical.com and see how they can help you.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program. This is The Drill. It's a Monday. We're rocking and rolling this week. SEC Media Days coming up. Lots of stuff going on, but we want to see what's trending. I mean,
by the way, shout out Anabar Lahiri. Nice job yesterday, Chief. Good putt. Good putt, Anarbon.
Surge too. I mean, they both bogey the last hole.
I don't watch it, but I take note. When a guy misses a 2-footer, it shows you what kind of stallion you're dealing with there.
I might have been one of the
2-footer.
I might have been one of the few people rooting for Adam Scott, and I'll tell you why. I got a buddy who saw Adam Scott at the Players a couple, I
was rooting for him. I like him.
When the live thing was going on. And Adam Scott would have been a perfect live guy, right? Past his prime, big name, take the cash. They came to him. And you know what he said? He said, I got a couple more years. I think I could win one or two more. I'm going to keep trying out here. And I appreciated that.
Competitors.
So
competitors versus money grabbers. That's fine.
I was rooting for Adam Scott to get that dub yesterday. I mean, McIntyre won it, so you can't fault him. But Adam Scott played some great golf. Might be a dangerous guy in the British.
I mean, we made fun of Rory's misses on the big stage, and those were like 2 and 3 times longer than a 2-footer. I mean, a 2-footer, a daggum 5-year-old can make.
Yeah. Real quick, did you guys hear Nance's call of McIntyre?
Great Scott!
Nance loves that nonsense, doesn't he?
Then I thought of Adam Scott, which he could have said for that.
You know what? Bob McIntyre's not warmed on me. I was good with him winning the Canadian and that being his story.
Bob McIntyre, I don't like the interviews.
I ain't going to crap! All right, you can't understand the guy.
What?
I will say this. Raise your hand if you thought that it would be one and done. Oh, it's a great story. Won the Canadian with his dad. See you later.
Good player.
Never hear from you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a heck of a finish to go 3-3-3 there down the stretch. We had good golf finishes everywhere except on that little exhibition tour where they missed 2-footers for, well, I guess it wasn't really your million anyway. Again, who cares if you make or miss? You make the same money.
All right, let's see what's trending, Gibby.
I will remind everyone that trending this morning's Top 5 is brought to you by my friend, Doc Paul Bousset at Integra Concierge Medicine. Listen, whether it's hormone treatment or anything else ailing you from crippling allergies, chronic fatigue, find the cause, the cure, and get in balance and feel better soon. Call 619-3609, 619-3609, or log on to IntegraConciergeMedicine.com.
Number 5.
Let's begin with some college football. Dan, you were mentioning SEC Media Days. They get underway today in Dallas.
Yes.
The commish is about to speak here in a few minutes. 10:05. Greg Sankey going to address the media here in a few minutes at SEC Media Days.
I don't like it in Dallas.
Yeah.
I don't like it in Dallas at all. It needs to be in Birmingham or Atlanta or somewhere, I don't know, the Southeast. Might
be
a good place to put it, somewhere in the Southeast.
We're the greatest conference in the world. We wrote checks for hundreds of millions of dollars to each school. We added 2 Vandy, are you still here?
Only for baseball, sir.
On the docket today, South Carolina. So you got Shane Beamer, Lane Kiffin, Clark Lee, Ole Miss, Vanderbilt, South Carolina today.
How long will could this be like a curtain call for Shane Beamer? Could be his last SEC Media Day, or is he in better stead than that?
No, he's in better stead than that.
Number 4.
Some more college football. I saw this over the weekend. ESPN has announced its plans for College Game Day. Lee Corso to have a reduced role with Nick Saban joining the crew.
We knew that was coming. I think Lee's just going to basically put on the headgear, and he might even do it from his home. I don't know. I mean, he's had a wonderful career, wonderful life, but yeah.
Didn't I see Bill Belichick is also taking a full-time TV role like inside the NFL or one of those?
Yes, that's correct. Yep.
Yeah, inside the NFL, he's also going to be with the Mannings every Monday night on the Manning Cast. And but I don't think
what Belichick makes for all this picked up
nice chunk.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm not sure if McAfee. Did they say if McAfee's back or not?
Yeah, he is going to be, I believe.
'Cause he hadn't signed his deal yet. They were talking
Back
about
where?
that with on College Game Day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, weren't they talking about getting rid of him at one point?
Yeah, they were. But
He's a great fit. He fits in perfect. He's a good bridge between our generation and the younger generation.
Gets them all hyped.
Yeah, I think he's very good. Lee Corso just should not be on it anymore, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get it, man. Why? Why do they do it? Man, he doesn't add anything. It's cringy watching him. He's an awesome man. He's a sweetheart of a dude. He's great. You don't need to be putting him out there at his age. I don't get it.
Number 3.
Boy, it was, as we mentioned earlier, quite an interesting weekend. A lot of deaths, man, over the weekend. There were some really notable names. Richard Simmons passed away. Shannon Doherty, Jacoby Jones, Dr. Ruth. There's they say they come in threes, but there was a bunch over the weekend.
Man, we hit Dr. Ruth at the perfect time. We were immature college kids when Dr. Ruth became famous. So lots of giggles and snickering by our generation.
And McAfee's not signed yet, by the way.
Oh, he's not? Okay.
No. Because, this list that they have, Reese Davis, Kirk Herbstreit, Desmond Howard, Jen Lada, Jess Sims, Pete Thamel, Sanford Steve are all back on the show. So they're all giving like little, Anyway,
I've just run my course on Game Day. I'll watch it every now and then, but you know what, let's be fair. Game Day's a lot better when your team's good. That's what it is. When I used to watch Game Day, Dan?
Yeah, that's probably true.
When we're good, right? Because you show up and you're a part of the, you're a part of the real day, week-to-week narrative, and now you're not.
Is any one of those names, Simmons, Doherty, Jones, Ruth, did any one of those hit you more than others? Like of the ones that passed this weekend? Because a lot of people are like Shannon Doherty. Man, I can't believe she
I'll say
died.
this. I saw a TV Guide cover with, and I didn't watch, 90210 was kind of after me, but my wife watched it. Doherty and, who's the guy?
Jason Priestley, or the one that died already?
Passed away.
Yeah, that's Luke, what's his name? Luke, the shorter guy.
Yeah. Son's a wrestler.
Yeah, Luke, what is his name?
I know. It's just left my head.
Perry? Luke Perry.
Luke Perry. Yeah, so both of them, and it was a cover in 92. They're far too young to.
Shannon Doherty didn't. I don't know.
She was in that Charm show too.
Yeah. This is a generational question, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the one that hit hardest. I think it may. If Dr. Ruth had not been 96, that may have hit hard, but that's just like assumed.
Yeah.
Richard Simmons was a big cultural deal. I mean,
huge.
Dolphin shorts.
He was sick for a while though.
Yeah, but Doherty's been sick too. I mean, we've known that was coming on her. Who was the fourth?
Jacoby Jones died in his sleep, 40 years old.
That one hit hard.
Yeah,
that's the one that hit. Jacoby Jones got kind of ripped off. He should have been the Super Bowl MVP. You have a 108-yard kick return and a 56-yard touchdown catch. That should probably be you. And they gave it to Flacco at a good, not great game in the Ravens Super Bowl win over the 49ers.
Number 2.
The EA Sports college football game is available today for pre-release. I'm going to ask you this question, Gators. Who's the highest-rated Gators player on this new new EA Sports college football game?
Is it Trey Wilson?
Yeah, it should be Trey Wilson if they know how to do it. They may not know how to do it.
Might be Mertz.
It is not Trey Wilson.
Yeah, well, that's a mistake. Is it a lineman?
No, it's not a lineman.
So do they?
Oh, I know who it is. It's the corner, Jason Marshall.
Jason Marshall, 89 overall.
Yeah. Newsflash for EA Sports, and this is what can be wrong, I guess, with video games. But yeah, Jason Marshall is not better than Trey Wilson. That's silly. Am I wrong? Am I missing something, Dan?
No.
If I had if any Gator fan had his choice of having to lose one of those for the year, it's like such a no-brainer. You can't spit it out fast enough. So yeah, I'll take Trey Wilson there. But
Trey Wilson is actually not even the second highest rated player according to them.
Montreal Johnson.
It's Montreal Johnson at 87 overall. He's also tied with Jake Slaughter.
Yeah, center.
87 overall. Eugene Wilson or Trey Wilson is next at 86. Elijah Badger is 85.
Oh, that's good. I hope.
What's Badger?
He's a transfer receiver.
Oh yeah. Huh.
And for those wondering, Graham Mertz. So Graham Mertz, let's see where he came in. 84 overall for Graham Mertz.
I'm not an expert on the grading system, but it sounds like Florida's. Has this story come out yet? If you add up like their team, where does Florida do they rank you in college? In the college game day? Like, is there? You know how in the NFL your grade is such a big thing? He's 100, he's a 99. Like, is there a way to like the average number of like grade for your players, and then you rank the college football based off of EA Sports?
Ask me too much.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure
you understand
there
my
is.
question is?
Yeah,
I'm sure there is, but I don't know what that would be yet.
It just sounds like Florida's guys have better grades than you would expect. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Number 1.
All right, number 1. This will be trending, especially tonight with it going on. The Home Run Derby is tonight.
Yep.
Who you got? Gunnar Henderson, Pete Alonso.
I got Pete.
You got Pete.
Me?
Bobby Witt Jr., Marcell Ozuna.
I got the real bear, the big bear, Marcell Ozuna.
Real bear. There's a polar bear, and then there's the drunken bear. That's.
The big bear's even has spawned off a snit bear. We have a snit bear now because of the big bear.
You got Teoscar Hernandez, Alec Bohm, Adolis Garcia, and Jeff was mentioning Jose Ramirez.
I like Ramirez because the odds seem out of
It's
whack.
a crappy home run derby lineup. It stinks, and the
stars aren't there.
Yeah, you need that. It's
need
become
Ohtani
like
and
a slam
Judge
dunk now, and the
Soto.
boys wouldn't do it, and that's a little disappointing, to be honest with you. So, kind of wishing the boys were doing it, but they're not, and so that's what we're stuck with.
Ohtani said he's not going to do it because he's still rehabbing while hitting like 30 home runs. Yeah, he just didn't want to do it. He wanted to get a break.
That's fine. I get it. I don't blame him. I just don't think it's as good when you don't have the guy.
I just pray for all the little 7 and 8 year olds running around in the outfield. One of these years, it's going to end in tragedy, and the fact that it hasn't been recognized and curtailed amazes me. But they put little leaguers out in the outfield with the biggest, strongest barrel. The ball's coming off 110 miles an hour. One of these kids is going to take one in the temple one day, Dan.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't get it. It's for the life of me, man.
Yeah. We didn't talk about what happened this weekend. It was a historical moment in time with this attempted assassination of President Trump, which was just an incredible. There's so many different things about it, but I mean, we all were it was afternoon and Saturday, and it played out on live television for us, and it was interesting. I had both of my sons were at my house, and they immediately go to their phones and they're getting information, and you gotta. Twitter's good and bad. I mean, so in that respect, but all that aside, I mean, what happened was it's incredible that he survived. I mean,
well, and I will say this. Yeah. Maybe they should get every soccer team in the country or in the world. Every soccer team in the world should be sent video of the assassination attempt. And if a 74-year-old man can get shot and be up in 20 seconds, maybe if you get poked in the eye, it won't be 2 or 3 minutes before we see it.
And at first, when you saw it the first time, you were wondering, and then all of a sudden they're like, there's blood there. And you're like, whoa.
It looked like it took off like the top half of his ear.
Yeah,
almost.
and my first thought was, I don't know, it kind of sounded like fireworks, but then when he kind of, like a bug was by his ear, what is that?
Yeah, and then hit the ground.
And
I wasn't watching it live when it happened, but
literally what saved him was him turning his head to look at a chart. Because did you see the one picture of the bullet whizzing by?
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, that's some of the stuff and by the way, there's going to be so much reconstruction of this event because of all the videos. I literally think they'll be able to play and piece together videos where you could almost sort of see how it all happened. And there's some unanswered questions in terms of, you know, like there were witnesses saying there's a guy up on the roof with a gun. What do you do? You know, like, and then there was a police officer allegedly. Again, I don't know what's true and what's not true. And I've heard the Secret Service say that the police were responsible for local police were responsible for the outside perimeter, but way too close to have a clear shot at someone in a situation like that. So, but just an incredible moment in time in
I had the grace of God or luck or whatever happened. But you're right. If he turns his head one different way, we've just a bigger,
different story today because we would have.
There's no two sides to a story like this, right? We don't need to talk about it. What are we doing, people? What are we doing as a world anyway?
Yeah.
I had a couple folks ask me as we gave the rundown there on the Gators and the EA Sports, and safe to say they probably won't mean any kind of playoff or. So the Knowles fans are kind of curious maybe who their top-ranked player was.
That's fair.
Patrick Payton, 90 overall.
He's good. I like
what
that
was
kid.
the highest Gator?
89.
89, Jason Marshall.
Marshall, 89. Patrick Payton, I believe, is a DN, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's DJ Uiagalelei?
Let's see if I can get there.
By the way, Lagway's 80.
Yeah.
He's not far behind Mertz.
And so is the LJ McCray kid. So
Peyton's 90 overall makes him number 87 ranked. I don't have the other FSU players. Oh, here's the top 100.
Mm-hmm.
So Florida didn't have anyone in the top 100.
No. That came out last week. All right, let's do this. Gibby?
Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, time to cool down over a lot of things that were happening that were hot. I got to cool down over what went on in Miami last night at this Copa final. It was disgraceful, quite frankly. And you know, I mean, can't act like that, man. I mean, and boy, I tell you what, if I went to a Super Bowl and I took my son and I paid like $2,500, $3,000 per ticket, and I spent $6,000, and I went to sit in my seats, and some squatter was in there.
Hey, squatter, move along.
Guess what? You're getting out of my seat.
We're in Florida,
buddy.
baby. This don't fly here.
Look at this. Look at this ticket. See what it says?
Yeah.
Get up.
Yeah.
You know,
well, and you know how that would have gone? Somebody would have stabbed you or shot you based on the behavior I saw down there last night.
Or flashed me.
Despicable.
Yeah, it was
It
bad.
really is despicable. And it's an embarrassment to Colombia and Argentina. Yeah. I mean, it is. This isn't like, some rogue fans. These are your countrymen, right? That's who's doing this. It's an abject embarrassment. They should be ashamed of themselves. I'd have kicked them both out of the stadium and said, go finish it in Bogota or, Santiago, go somewhere else.
Bogota.
Yeah, you're not allowed to play here anymore.
You got to go to Bogota.
Get out of here. Yeah, I'm cooling down, coming off vacation with the wondrous realization as St. Augustine is one of my favorite places, Dan. I mean, Mississippi and I went on our first date in St. Augustine. We often, vacation there, and I went down and I realized that the idiocracy has now reached just like overflow status. We now on St. Augustine Beach have it, and it's called the St. Augustine Beach Ocean and Fishing Pier. Yeah, and in St. Augustine, in St. Johns County, we now have a fishing pier to nowhere. The pier, because of some beach regeneration or some whatever, the pier, which used to run 200 yards into the ocean because it's meant to, fish, now stops about 20 feet short of the water line. It's the most bizarre, ridiculous. I'm going to guess it's the only fishing pier in the world that doesn't extend into the beach.
It's time to extend the pier again.
It's time to extend the pier.
This is the drill. We'll see you tomorrow.
Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
I wanted to be a senator.
I wanted to be a florist. International House Pancake.
1010XL.